and welcome. I'm very sorry for the delay, but I've just been talking to myself. Yes, I started streaming and I messed up. Instead of pressing stream, I pressed record. So I've just been recording myself for 5 minutes. I'm wondering why it's not coming up on the screen. I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm live now, I can see. Right, okay then. Yeah, as you probably are aware, I had a little trip to the UK. And, yeah, I wasn't that impressed, to be honest. I hadn't been back for 5 years, so a lot had changed. So had the people. They got worse. Anyway, if you've been watching some of my live streams when I was in Norwich, I do apologise if some of them were a bit pixelated. Because even though the internet was, well, relatively fast, it wasn't particularly good. No, it was kind of like a bit robotic and a bit pixelated. So anyway, I went back to the UK, as you know, and went to visit the family, what have you, and asking some awkward questions to some people on the streets, as you do. And yeah, they ain't too bright, no. I thought I was pretty thick, but crikey, blimey, don't go to Norwich, whatever you do, no. And there's probably, you know, part of the reason why maybe Chelsea beat Norwich. Yeah, oh dear, so Abramovich, naughty boy he is. All these oligarchs stealing money from the people and then spending it in the UK. Well, actually just buying stuff and putting it into asset-holding companies and stealing money out of the UK because they export it and without paying any tax. But that's another story. I want to talk about food. That's what I want to do. So who we got here at the moment? Oh, got some people. I've got some people watching. Oh, that's exciting, I must say. So at the moment we've got 28 people watching. And let's just increase that. Dun, 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 dun. I can't believe I've been talking to myself for 5 minutes. That's just madness. I just lost the plot, I think. Why did I press the wrong button? Oh, no, I've lost it. Anyway, here we got it anyway. Alright, hello, Mr. Witt. Hope you well. P. Dollars, hidey hi. And Mo Green, hidey hi there. Mo Green. Okay, mate. I understand EV cars are fantastic things. I just can't afford one yet. I really, really cannot afford one. I can't sign. Well, I won't have any debt because that's my policy. I don't have any debt, and I never will have a debt again because I got myself in a load of debt, and I promised myself I would never ever get in debt again. The only debt I get into is my electric bill, but then I pay it, so then I'm not in debt for a very short period of time, but then I get back debt again because I use electric. So I kind of go around in circles, but that's normal, isn't it? I don't want any debt, so I'm not going to take out a loan to get an electric car. I just won't do it. But I do understand your point of view. Like, Ginger Drum! Oh, hope you're well. Hope you just crochet there. So, out and whatever, 133701. Hi to you. And, oh, Tom Nelson, bonsoir, all he says. To you all. Brian Maguire, hello, buddy. Yeah, I didn't put... I was going to put a post on saying that we're going to be going live, but the problem with that is then I lose one of my notifications. So it's catch-22. So because I get 3 notifications a day, that means I can't, get notifications for more than 3 videos. And I want to make sure that I don't lose this. So yeah, I do. Anyway, I'm mummed. I'm going to carry on. I do apologise. Anyway, Hank, is it Dim or Dom? Lucy Willers, hello there. An Orc B.I.J. Asperger's syndrome, or are you talking about asparagus? Europe. And Chris, how you doing, buddy? Oh, is it sharp? Is the picture okay? I hope the picture's okay. Yeah, my complexion and all that. Get all my pimples. Yeah. No? Okay, I won't do that again. Alright, so lost in France. Aren't we all? Well, I am. And Brian Maguire, T-da COVID. Yes, I've got COVID in my mind because I've got COVID. I go to the UK to visit the family, and I come back and import COVID without knowing. And that morning, I actually did one of the little test things, one of those lateral flow tests. You shove it, your nasal, did it on the train on the way in. I had to wait to Stansted Airport. Train's doing this, and there's me with this finger up my nose like that. That wasn't that great, no. God, it made your eyes water. It does make your eyes water. Anyway, I did the test and that, in the throat and that as well, because I did both. So what do you do? Do you put up your nose first, or down your throat first, and then put it... Which way? Is it nose first or throat first? Or throat first and nose? Depends what you like, really. That's what flavour you are. But yeah, anyway, I just did this test on the train, wobbling about, and I was negative. So I thought everything's, hunky-dory. Anyway, I get to France, what have you, and then my son tells me, oh, Dad, I've got COVID. Oh. Okay. Well, I went round to have I had a meal there. Well, actually, we had fish and chips, actually. I hadn't had fish and chips for years. Actually, that was actually really nice, actually, to be honest. That's a lovely bit of fish. Then I thought about it afterwards, and I thought, hang on, where's that been swimming? Then I realised it's come from Norway, so that'd be okay. Thank God for that. So anyway, I had fish and chips to that, and the following morning, the following day, Wayne then tells me that he's got COVID. So I thought, I'll feel absolutely fine, hunky-dory. And the tickly throat starts, and then the horsiness all starts, and the soreness in the throat and the neck and the sinus, and then I start getting a bit of a runny nose. And I think I give it to the missus now, and I think she's got COVID and the flu. So she's got a double whammy. Luckily, we're all jabbed, twice in the arm and one in the derriere. So that's all good. So we're fine. We're fine. I think. I hope so, anyway. Oh, my little Wally boy's joining me now. It's because I've got a heater on. Oh, I know better. So anyway, we've got Susan here and Bodger, Jobbyson. Joa, how you doing, buddy? People stare when I talk to myself. I really shouldn't argue with myself. It's a bit like this, because do you know what? I do feel like that sometimes myself when I'm making my videos. Because I'm just looking at the camera and sort of recording myself. It does feel sometimes that I'm kind of talking to myself. And when I'm walking down the street with a camera like that, and people stare at you. Some people think, oh, we know what you're doing. Oh, we want to get in there. Yeah, so there they are. They're waving and stuff like that on the wrong side of the camera, not realising that, it's facing at me. But, the other people are they're not that bright. And I do feel that I'm talking to myself. All a bit crazy sometimes. I do wonder why I do it. That's because you guys, that's what it is. All these people here, oh, excellent. Susan. Oh, Susanna. Hello, Susanna. It's SP. Hi, everyone. My throat's getting really horsey now. Teutonic Plague. Oh, no, sorry, Teutonic Eagle. Sorry. Good evening from Germany. Hello, Germany. Germany. Do you know what? I'd love to visit Germany. I've never been to Germany. Been to Holland and places like that. I've never been to Germany, and I want to go there. There's a place in Germany that I really want to visit, and it was one of the old forges that used in the war by old Hitler to make his tanks and stuff. I think he's been supplying, Putin as well. Look at the state of them tanks. They're ancient, some of them tanks are. He seems to build more tanks and add to what he's already got without replacing what he's already got. Yeah. So they're all old and antiquated. Well, all the old ones are, anyway. I'd like to go to the place up there. It was an old forge. It's been made in the gardens. And I can't remember what it's called for the life of them. You might know. But it looks absolutely fantastic. Huge. Massive. All these areas that are all like the old forges and stuff have all been planted up. And it looks absolutely brilliant. It took 25 years to do all this planting, what have you. Watch a documentary about it, and I will go there in the camper. But first I have to get it CT'd. Right. Oh, hello, Derek. Oh, well, buddy. You were on Plague Island and you're surprised you picked up COVID. Well, you may have a point there. I can't really argue with that one, can I? No. Because quite frankly, I do wonder why I went. Oh, my kids are there. I hadn't seen them for 5 years. Oh, I have seen them because some of them have visited, but some of them haven't. So it's been a while. But you know how it is. I like it here, don't like it there. No. Oh, Lucy Miller says that there are 2 people in the world, people who admit to talking to themselves and liars. I'll show that one, that'll be right. Yeah. Use the F word. It gets flagged if you use the F word, and you have to okay it, make sure it's okay. Okay, I'll let it go. That's not that F word, it's a different one, isn't it? Right, okay. So, Derek McCall. Oh, bad news on the COVID front. Hope it's not too bad. No, it's fine, thanks. Yeah, so, poor Caroline, it's really a trial being married to you. Oh, I do apologise. I hope you don't catch it. Oh. Yeah, maybe. After all, you can get all sorts of stuff via the 5G mask, can't you? Maybe. Anyway, I got my coffee. If Geraldine's here, see, I'm still using them. My old coffee cups, they're brilliant, they are. Hello, number 3. Oh, number 3 says, I've been ranting and raving to myself recently. I don't want to reinforce the habit by talking to a camera, even though I bought one for the purpose like you did. We want you to get online. Number 3, you've got lots to share. You've got lots of, good knowledge is what you've got, mate. You need to share it with people. You probably do a better job than me. Crikey, I'm just a gob on the stick. I sound like James O'Brien. That's what he says, isn't it? Well, there's my stick. It's just here. That's my stick. I hope the sound is okay. Oh dear. Anyway, Tony Racer says most semi-old castles are gardens by now. That's very true. We've actually got a ruin in our garden. It's not a castle though. It's just an old barn, and it's got the roofs all like decayed and stuff, and some of the walls and things grow on the top. So you could call it a castle. Yeah, it's going to be my castle, my chateau. Can't be bad. Computer virus. Yes, Lucy, that's what it is. Oh, damn, I'm full of them, I tell you. Yeah, I know family is important, but keep safe, and she must be obeyed. That she must. To be fair to my dear wife, she does put up with me, and she's a good soul. She really is. She's a kind person. In fact, she puts up with me. I don't know why. I really don't. Sometimes I'm horrible. I get all frustrated and agitated, and she's the nearest person nearby. And then my tone comes out, and it's nothing to do with her. It's just me, venting my frustrations with the world. So she kind of has to put up with me, poor thing. But no, she's a kind soul, is Caroline. Oh, Saren, hello, buddy. Hope you're well. Hello, it says hello, Audible. I'm watching you with 4-hour time difference. So late afternoon. Oh, in Argentina. Of course you are, Argentina. Crikey. How do the Argentinians feel about the British? Are they still trying to shoot them? I hope not. We will be getting to it in a moment because I want to talk about food. Yummy. Oh, we all like a good bit of food. But we do. And how we're going to be, seeing some more shortages on the supermarket shelves. And Brexit is not going to help. Obviously not going to help. No. Now, if you watch my last video, I'm basically going to go over that, but a little bit extra into that. But plus, I've got another video that's going to be dropped tomorrow. And it's something that has just been announced by Ukraine. Oh. The Ukrainian government. Oh. Yes, they still have a government, just about. How much longer for, I do not know, which is a major, major concern. Right, just been videos. Just heard today about the COVID diagnosis. Yep, I've been diagnosed with COVID. Went to see the doctor, put the rubber glove on. She said, you got COVID. And I went, have I? Oh. I don't know if that was a symptom, but that will do. Sorry. So I can't help myself. It's poo. There's something about poo. You can tell a lot about a person about their poo, Just like you can tell a lot about your dogs. It's gone. We regularly check our dog's poo. Poke about it and see if there's any worms and stuff in it, You pick it up, have a bit of a sniff. Yep. Well, that's my choice. In the UK, you have no choice now. You just have to open your tap up and you get, E. coli in Kent. Apparently. So, yes. Oh, Spurgeon's Europe. There has been no preparation done for the introduction of the... I know! And there's the registration system to be done for which when you enter the EU and then obviously go into the UK as well. But also then we have the biometric retinal anal scan things, That thing as well. There's nothing been done, and it's coming. I'll come in. It's coming. Is it July? It's coming in, or is it September? Can't remember. Maybe someone can remind me. I've got so much stuff wrapping around there. None of it kind of joins up. Sort of drawn by numbers, Oh, crikey! So they haven't done that yet. No, what do we expect them to? There's a lot going on at the moment, to be fair, but crikey, when that hits as well, and down at Dover there, the ports are complaining because there's no way they can have people getting out of their vehicles in a busy, traffic and lorries and stuff like that. You have to do these scans and stuff. So at the airports, it's okay, isn't it? It's just stand and then you walk through them, or they do their thing, or what they're going to do anyway. But whizzing past you. I don't know about that. It doesn't sound very safe. And, well, they don't think it is either. They reckon that can't happen. So that's going to cause huge problems. Conservator! My buddy! I know, buddy. Hope you're well. Missed you. Oh, death to traitors, says Duke Vengeance. Let's show that. Yep. There's plenty of them about. And they're in the Conservative Party. That they are. Oh, Joe, hey! Hello there in Dublin. Hope you're well. I do keep reading your messages, your comments on my... Well, I read them all pretty much. I have to admit that I have missed a few comments recently. I just got a bit snowed under. It's been a bit... And also, I've been a bit despondent with it all recently as well, because the channel's up there, there's down there, it's up there, it's down there, and at the moment it seems to be down there, and you kind of lose a bit of faith in it sort of thing, do you know what I mean? Especially faith in YouTube. I don't want to go down, because I'll keep moaning about that, but it's just, I don't know where I am. Joa, there's a new trend in tourism in Britain. Lorry watching. Oh, that sounds brilliant. Oh, I'm going to try that. In Dover, from Calais. The only thing is, though, you kind of like... You got that lorry there, right? You got to wait like 4 hours before it's over there, so you can then do the next one. Maybe it should be more like, I don't know, lorry watercolours. So there you are, you can sit on the side of the easel up and what have you, and doing your watercolours of the lorries and what have you, Scanias and whatever else there might be. Eddie Stobarts and stuff, you know, all these other paintings. And there's even time for them to get out of the trucks, isn't there, and maybe buy one or two. So that might be a business proposition for somebody. Hey, Conservative says, how are AllShorts? I'm well. Can't keep up with the YouTube late. I know, it's all happening, isn't it? It's one thing after another. But it's all changed anyway, because channels like mine, they get pushed to the wayside a little bit, because YouTube's got to cope with all the other news, which is obviously very important stuff as well. And when you've got a channel like mine, it's kind of like flirts about a bit, so it's not necessarily on point all the time. They don't know where to put you, do they? And I'm not Max Rosebear, am I? By no means. At least I show my face. No, okay. I won't do that again. Number 3 says, nothing to do with food, but people in Russia are much like the ones in Brexit land. They are kept in the dark and fed with... shit. Yeah, mushroom management. Show that. You're very, 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 very accurate there. Oh, crikey. You've got people phone up their parents in Russia, trying to explain what's going on in Ukraine. I said, no, that's not happening. No, it's all lies. You're lying, you are. Well, no wonder they think that when you've got the likes of Vladimir Putin, and he's blocking blooming Instagram. That's going to be off by tonight, I believe it is. Or it's tonight, tomorrow night? I think it's tonight, isn't it? 12 o'clock night, it's going to be shut down. Hello, Jared. Hope you're well, buddy. And, yeah, so that's going to be shut down. And then obviously he's blocking because of Instagram as well. He's blocking Facebook and various other stuff. So the real news is going to find it very difficult to get out there, because to me it feels like it's the user-generated content that is, the people with their phones, making videos and stuff and then post them online. It seems the most honest news, the most reliable stuff you can find in most cases. Although I don't believe there's a lot of Western propaganda regarding this, to be honest. You can spot it a mile off if there is. It's usually got some idiot standing in front of it, like Nigel Farage or someone like that, some obvious idiot. Someone's obviously got an agenda. Someone's obviously been given a bit of dough from the Russians. Probably via Aaron Banks or someone like that. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. No. Oh. Am I making accusations? Maybe. Sue me. There you go. Anyway, I should really be getting into what the video is supposed to be about. It's about food. Food. I will get back to the chat in a minute. I'll just... Oh, Stephen Johns. Hello, buddy. Hope you're well. This morning, Russians were This is by Joe, by the way. Joe Mayos. And this morning, the Russians were manifesting against the war in Lisbon. A woman said that there had been a family in Russia... is only now getting a hint about what is happening in Ukraine. Yeah, pretty much. And if they say anything, they get locked up for 15 years. That's what it sounds like. Some form of, what are they calling it now? Oh, yeah, misinformation. Or disinformation. Anyway. So it's a bit nuts. So I'm saying, He's sitting there with people, he is. Oh, it's a turn of conversation. Cool. Feels good to be amongst friends. Oh, buddies together. That's the nice thing about this chat thing. It does bring people together as well. It's not necessarily about what I'm blabbering on about. It's quite nice that you guys and gals can actually have a conflab between yourselves as well. It is cool. That is. The truth is the first casualty of war. Oh, that is. Propaganda. Well, Hitler did it, didn't he? So, Farage or Galloway. Oh my giddy Aunt Galloway. Still got this vision in my head when he was in, was it Big Brother or something? And he'd been a dog or something, a puppy dog. Something like that. Oh, my giddy aunt. Oh, well, the Queen's a lizard. Yeah. So anyway, let's get into it. Oh, God. Tight squeeze, that was. Oh, look at that lovely arable field. Oh, there's not much going on that, is there? No. So, yeah. So it's basically similar to my last video I just uploaded, but I just added some more pieces into it as well. I know I'll go through it in a bit more detail. Anyway, food shortages and increased costs. Well, they are going to hit us not just in weeks, but in days. And this isn't just me saying this. There's quite a few pundits been saying this, and it's quite obvious. In the UK, we don't store the food like we used to. No. It's a bit like, well, just in time, isn't it? With the car manufacturing, we kind of do it with foodstuffs as well. Because we import so much stuff these days. So much food we import. Lovely. Oh, it's got weevils and everything it has. Oh, can't be bad. Protein. Oh, okay. Anyway, food shortages, increased costs are going to hit us in a few weeks, and if not days, due to the illegal war. Well, quite frankly, I think it's more, it's genocide. They says, we'll negotiate all these corridors, humane corridors, let people get out of the cities, and then we'll shoot them down dead. It's just evil. The man is just. But it's not just Putin, is it? I know exactly they're following orders and stuff like that, and this is war. I don't buy that for a second. It's just the soldiers can't be as and they're better themselves, are they? They know the truth because they're pulling the trigger, and they know where they're pointing their guns. So anyway, I'm all bunged up by you. Anyway, nobody quite realised our dependence on foodstuffs from Ukraine and Russia, for a variety of foodstuffs, in fact. And it's quite frankly, this puts in an even more precarious position than we already were in regards to supply chain issues because of Brexit in the UK. But don't forget, this is not just going to affect the UK; it's going to affect everywhere. Because Ukraine was a massive exporter of foodstuffs. I never realised. And the UK has put a lot of its dependence on grain products, on Ukraine. Since it closed the doors on the EU. Because a load of numpties, don't they do? They put that cross in the wrong box that they did. Blonkers, that's what they are. Oh, I think I got that one. Yeah, I have.
Don't be a plonker all your life, Rodney.
So, yes, we were very reliant, and still are, on Ukraine's food, but a lot of the stuff isn't getting out now. The people who were supposed to be transporting these foods to the West, they've been told they've got to fight. They can't leave. Who's driving the lorries? So, anyway, due to container shortages as well, can't get over that one, because obviously the pandemic, that definitely has caused issues there, because that's a worldwide issue, isn't it? Containers are still irregularly distributed all over the world, because it was like a finely oiled machine. Containers went one way, and they came back and went the other way, and they get food displacements and what have you. But on the whole, pretty much all married up, and this was fine. It's finely oiled, finely tuned shipping system that it was. But now, it's like it's like playing Jenga. Someone's pulled some of them blocks out, and now it doesn't work. It just won't stand up anymore. I just made that up. I don't know if that analogy worked. Did it work? I suppose it might have done anyway. Tough if it didn't. So anyway, so there's big problems there, but also obviously with the Suez Canal, we're still suffering from that. I was reading that today, and I thought, yesterday I was reading that actually, that it's still causing problems. There's still this onslaught from the blockage in the Suez Canal. And no, it wasn't a floater from the UK. We're talking about the Ever Given, the container ship blocking the Suez Canal, so all the other ships couldn't get through in time. It isn't just a cargo on the Ever Given, no. Oh, sorry, that way. On the Ever Given, no. So it's a major issue. That's still plodding on, that problem. And you know what I'm going to say, though? The United Kingdom has that other noose around its neck, and that's, well, self-inflicted, isn't it? Like I said a minute ago. Because hold on, just put that grass in the wrong box. Still can't get over it. How anyone could have thought that was a clever idea. I just don't get it. No matter what you tell people, how do they sink into that? Oh, it makes no sense. It's a thing called logic, Logic's based on numbers. Oh, anyway, so so that's a massive, massive, massive shot in the foot as old Brexit, isn't it? And one thing that has isolated the island from the rest of the continent. Isolated ourselves that we have. So much for democracy. Democracy funded by Russia. It's Putin's whole, how's his game in the first place, wasn't it? Cause enough disruption across the world. Help people like,
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Yes, and we know it is.
And tremendously wet.
So are you. Well, quite frankly, you're not going to try and tell me that they weren't like that. They liked the golden showers as it is, didn't they? There they were, making their special videos, apparently. Oh. I wonder where you can get that. Oh, no, I don't want it. Oh, just hold the vision in my head. Oh, my Gideon. Be like me having one of myself. Anyway, golden showers put to one side. What side that might be. And, so, this has clearly been funded by Russia, and it's clearly been disrupted everything, isn't it? It's created such a disturbance in the force. And it's weakened everything. And we're certainly weaker in the UK now, being outside the EU. You can't get away from it. Oh, so Bodger Jobison. Hello, Bodger Jobison. It says not a UK container. Shat then. I don't understand what that means. Maybe it doesn't. No, because it's got. Okay, I don't get it. So racism makes people do funny things like support Brexit and Putin. Yes, you are right, RC. There's just so much. That's just. You probably know already, but my little granddaughters are black. They're not. Their father's Nigerian. Lovely, lovely lad he is too. And they're absolutely lovely. But they do, even at their age. That was my little granddaughter. So I went back. One of the reasons I went back to the UK is because I got pressurised to go to her birthday party. So that's kind of why the ticket got bought in the first place. Because she was at her 5th birthday party, and she said all she wanted is Grandpa. I'm sure that was a plot. Anyway, I went back to the birthday party and that, and I have to admit they're absolutely lovely little kiddies. You are a bunch of racist hair, says Jan Nikoloff. I don't know if I want to show that. Why am I really racist? I don't know. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. I'm not going to show that one. Sorry. Apparently we can't post links here. That's a pity, but I understand. Conservator, if you want to post me any links at all, or anybody in fact, I've got my website, which is allshorts.eu. Yes, I can have an EU domain because I'm in the EU. Oh, maybe. Oh, I should have bought leave.eu, shouldn't I? That would have been funny. But no, that went in. That's got snapped up, that did. I did look. I was waiting for it to come live, but that'd always been bought. So anyway, Brian Maguire, Ever Given, Long Sorted, MSC, and Mask, CME, GMM, all profiteering, though there has been several outbreaks of COVID in Chinese terminals, a few cases and terminal shut. So that's obviously that wouldn't have helped, would it? Because they're pretty tough going, the Chinese, aren't they? On for instance, and got a lot of cases in Hong Kong at the moment, aren't they? I believe. Well, they're pretty much blocked Hong Kong. They said, no, you're not coming in. Yeah, because they got COVID in Hong Kong. But don't worry, go to the UK. It doesn't matter. No, because you can you pretend it's not there and it disappears. It's the Trump mentality. That's what it is. If you don't test people, you haven't got COVID, apparently. It's just madness. Although, even here in France, Macron's relaxing a lot of the rules. I think it's this week coming. Or was it the week after? Very soon, anyway. Probably because of elections. Well, let's watch the figures go up. Oh, no, they won't, because there won't be the testing done. So, at the moment, there's still free testing in France, so there's some, but you have to get it done at the pharmacy. Which you've got to make an appointment and all that sort of stuff. And people won't bother because they're not going to get any help. And if they don't get any help, you know, people are just going to think, well, I'm all right, Jack, because I've been vaccinated. I'm all right. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of what's going on in the UK. Joe Romero says, I know racism, and that is why I don't practice it, and I'm white. I'm not white. I might be on the outside, but I have Indian blood in me. So there. Not Red Indian, no. No. My mum was born in India. And something went on there. Oh. Some saucy stuff with the help. Love child and all that, you know. Anyway, that's another story. Fog in the channel, continent is isolated. Yep, pretty much. Welcome to Brexit, sir. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Does someone want to hear that one? Where is it? Oh, there we go.
Welcome to the Brexit, sir. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
It's a bit buzzy, that one. Oh, there. So, will you start to sell shorts merch? I do. What, shorts? As in shorts, not just t-shirts. I thought about that. I could do shorts. That makes a lot of sense, actually, doesn't it, really? If you're talking about I've got a merchandise store, although I'm not very happy with it at the moment because Teespring, what they did, it's a bit expensive. I think it is anyway, so I need to look into that. At the moment, I'm just trying to do designs and stuff like that and getting them online. But if you look at the bottom of my videos, you'll see a link to... but also if you go to the AllShorts.eu, you better go to the t-shirts as well that way. I've been doing a few little designs and what have you, because I do enjoy that sort of thing. I mean, a bit of fun. And some of them have been bought. People have been buying them, which is quite surprising, but I thought it was a little bit pricey. I just need to find a way of... I need to get my head around it, because I just think they're a little bit costly for it's a t-shirt after all. Yeah, but I could do shorts. Yeah, I see that, yeah, but no shorts. I need some shorts. That makes a lot of sense. All shorts, but it's not shorts. I'm not selling any shorts, even though I'm called AllShorts. Maybe I need some lady shorts, and I can say I put the thing in the wrong box. Oh, saucy. Oh, that was a bit naughty, wasn't it? Oh, God, I mustn't laugh. Oh, God, that hurt. Oh, my giddy aunt. Sell shorts, but don't sell shorts. I wouldn't want to see all short shorts. Says Lucy Willis. Oh, very good. Very fun. Oh, God, my head's gone all fuzzy now. Oh, dearie me. Germany will spend this year 147 billion euros on weapons, and they will buy only in the EU. The UK isn't in the EU, so they'll not sell a dime, a nail to Germany. No. And really, don't blame them either, to be honest. Not when you consider who else the UK sells these bleeding weapons to, like Saudi and places like that. They murdered, 80 odd people yesterday? So much for humanity. Oh, for my undies. Oh, okay, whatever. All shorts for my undies. Oh, this is going to get a bit saucy now, isn't it? Peter does. That's really terrible. The cards. Oh, Peter does. What did Peter does say? Look at the description of the video. There's a link. Oh, cheers, buddy. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I do t-shirts already, but I've uploaded a couple more actually. Yes, I did two or three more. Yes, 3 more I did yesterday. I'm just gonna keep coming up with ideas, and if anyone's got any ideas for t-shirt designs or anything like that, I don't mind even giving you a credit on it. That would be a laugh. Oh dear, it could be a collab. Oh nee! Evening, buddy. I hope you're well. Are you in front of your green screen at the moment? With nice sunny France in the background. Oh! I've got someone. Come and see me. Oh, where you going, Wally? Oh, boy. What's he doing? Oh, just rolling around on the carpet. I'll wait for a bit. Anyway, let's get back into this. I'll just talk and talk and talk, otherwise, won't I? Anyway. So, yes, I was shot in the foot. Because, obviously, we had Brexit, and it's damaged us somewhat. Yes. All been, probed and stuff. Oh. And we no longer have a seat at that table, do we? So we can't negotiate. No. We can only, shape from afar. Well, give us our daily bread, if you will, please. No, you can't have it. We want it. No, it's ours. Anyway, the answer, maybe. This is actually, I copy and pasted some comments from my videos, actually, today. So I've added it into here. So this bit here, yeah, anyway. So the answer is ration tokens. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have ration books. It could be like an app. We can get that woman. She'll do it. It costs 39 billion or something stupid like that. About 12 aircraft carriers. So, yeah, the answer is ration tokens or vouchers for food. Limited certain amount for each individual to stop hoarding. 1 bog roll each per day. And panic buying of food, etc. Now, I know some toilet rolls are actually made in the EU, In fact, they buy the pulp in from all sorts of places. And this is what you end up with. You end up getting fined, you see. If you end up being naughty, If you're like in Hendon Court, these are cases, these are unlawfully obtaining and using ration books. 3 months imprisonment. Oh. Being a retailer and failing to detach the proper number of coupons. You get fined £20. That was back then, in the 40s. During the Second World War. Obtaining meat in excess quantities. Oh, okay. Get fined £50. That's quite high. They would have changed with inflation. Anyway, it'd be a lot of money then for people. Not detaching sufficient coupons for meat sold. Being a retailer, returning a number of registered customers in excess of the Kent of oils deposited. That's a £50 fine. So yeah, that wouldn't be good, would it? No, we'll get fined. Probably automatic by your app. Like getting caught on the speed camera. So ration books, hey. The Ministry of Food in the 1940s was responsible for overseeing rationing. Now every man, woman and child, they were given a ration book, they were. Oh, okay. Now, back then, that was the responsibility of the Ministry of Food. Today, it'd be DEFRA. Yeah, the Department of Environment and Rural Affairs or something like that. Anyway, it'd be this geezer. He likes to lie a lot. As you can see. He's had a bit of a problem. Because he keeps lying. It's either that I got carried away. Maybe. Oh, it's just... Okay. It won't move. Yes, it will. Oh. Right, okay. I did have fun doing that, I must say. You've probably seen that one before, actually. Anyway, basic foodstuffs such as sugar, meats, fats, bacon, cheese were directly rationed by an allowance of coupons. Housewives, that's a bit kind of sexist, isn't it? Housewives had to register with particular retailers. You can't just go anyone one. They want to know who you are. Oh. So this is what you should be doing. You need to dig for victory. Or dig on for victory. Grow carrots, see in the dark and all that. Well, that's what they told the pilots. And all they could get is carrots. So, yes, that isn't actually a bad idea. I think we really ought to be looking at this. Now, I'm okay because I already do a lot of planting already. We've got our potager, we've been sowing and what have you, and we've been putting plants in, potatoes. We've even put potatoes in the greenhouse already. That's in the greenhouse, so I'll be right. Get some earlies in. So, yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to be growing some food. If we're prepared, it's not too late either. It's early. So do it. If you've got a bit of ground, it might be a good idea. Start thinking about that. So, yes, this is the typical weekly food rations for an adult, this is. 4 ounces of bacon and ham. 4 ounces. That's a tiny amount. That's like, what would that be? Crikey. 50 grams to an ounce or something like that. Anyway, so it's about 200 grams. That's nothing, is it? Other meats, a value of 1 shilling and 2 pence, equivalent of 2 chops. What? Chop. And then, oh, I want that one. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Value of 2 chops, butter, 2 ounces, cheese, 2 ounces, margarine, 4 ounces, cooking fat, 4 ounces. Milk, 3 points. Now, this is the value of cooking fat because you're going to have a bit of a problem soon. Because it's not going to be just cooking fat, is it? Cooking fat might be less of a problem because we don't use a lot of cooking fat these days. Unless you want tasty food. No, you use sunflower oil. Oh, I wonder where that comes from. Oh. A lot of it's grown in France as well, actually, but majority is coming from Ukraine. Okay. Sunflower for the fish and chips. Oh, we got beef dripping instead. Oh, and a bit of bread. Beef dripping and bread. Oh. Oh, so milk, 3 pints of milk. This is per week, this is, by the way. Sugar, 8 ounces. Preserves, £1 every 2 months. Oh. Tea, 2 ounces of tea. That's quite a lot of tea, actually. It's a reasonable amount of tea. Actually, it's not that much, is it? Yeah. It's enough. Anyway, eggs. 1 fresh egg. 1 fresh egg. And you've got an allowance of dried, powdered egg. They used to use a lot of that. They use a lot of these days in baking anyway. And sweets, 12 ounces every 4 weeks. Great, wouldn't you say? We might be heading for that. I don't know. I'm sure they get food from somewhere. But I think we're all going to have to go on quite a serious diet. And also I think we should be encouraged to stop wasting food. Now, when I was in the UK, I was quite disgusted, actually, even with my own family, actually, in some instances. The amount of food that is wasted is, well, it's criminal. That's what I think. I think it's criminal. Because quite frankly, even my little kids and that, and my bigger kids, who are the parents of the little kids, because they're my grandchildren, you see. And anyway, they served up these plates for the food. That'll feed me. I'm like, crikey. They're never going to eat all that. No. So the girl goes in, half it goes in the bin. They look at it, they're completely overwhelmed by their food because there's just too much there. And my little Grace, she's only little. And as you look at this food, oh my God, they don't eat it. It just goes to waste. They eat anything. Struggle to get anything down. It's like, oh, you're frightened me now. There's not just one child, that's 3 in this case. And then there's my other kids, my other grandchildren. That's just the same. Too much food. To be fair, the one that we thought would be the worst is actually the best. Regarding food waste. Because he eats it all. Yeah. But, oh, crikey. And then we went to the Cottage Inn, which is a pub in Thorpe St Andrews, where I was born. And we had a family meal. We all got together and had a family meal, spread COVID and all that. Obviously it did. And the portion sizes were ridiculous. I couldn't eat it all. No one ate all their food. Everybody left some food behind because it was just too much. Way too. That's just necessary. It's crikey. It's just madness. We ordered children-sized meals, but got adult meals. Even though we paid for children's meals, which is obviously very good value. If you look at it that way, it's fantastic. But it's waste. No one's going to eat it. It's got to go in the bin unless they put it back into the servers and stuff, not tell anybody. They might do that, or might give it to the next guest. I hope so. If they're Brexiters, that'll be a bonus. But yeah, then I can condone that way. I condone it. Yeah. So anyway, I'll read that some countries, such as Portugal, they reported that there's about a 20 to 30% increase in costs of food. But it's not only Portugal, no, because we've seen increases here in France. I can't deny it, and they're quite considerable. Some of them are, and it's going up and up and up and up. And also, we are seeing here in France, starting to see empty supermarket shelves. That we are. So that's not very helpful at all. But like, for instance, cooking pasta, that's got up, and quite a few gaps in the shelves. What we find that they're doing the same tactics they were doing in the UK. We're getting shortages, what have you. The places where there'll be like multiple choice of stuff, it's like what they've got lots of, they're filling the spaces up just to make the shelves look kind of like full. They'll be printing asparagus and carrots next, I'm sure. So anyway, so in Lidl's as well, I was in Lidl's the other day, or yesterday or the day before. Was it sealed over? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So even Lidl's has gone up, as in the sunflower oil, because that's increased. That was 1.89, €1.89 that was only 1.45 to 1.50. So it's considerable. This is by the time I left here to go to the UK and got back again. So it jumped by quite a considerable amount, really. And our neighbour Violet did actually ask the woman behind the checkout, because they did a bit, everything. They do stock take and everything, don't they? They run off their feet, to be fair. And it was, anyway, they'd this actually looks like the one that I went. That looks like the one in San Juan. I only grabbed that picture off the internet. It's probably, maybe they're all the same. They're probably all the same, aren't they? But anyway, they said that it's going to be what they've got is all they've got. They haven't got anything else come in yet. There's definite problems regarding getting the food stuff. So what they had in stock was all they got. And as our friend Violet has basically said, I think we need to be buying, stocking up. So we thought we'd get food bit, not stock up crazy, we're not going crazy obviously, but we need a little bit of a sump, if you know what I mean, just so it's not panic buying as such. Is it panic buying? I suppose it's sort of. So anyway, there's price increases in France as well, and as I did a video the other day, you probably realised, because oh my Gideon, the price of diesel gone through the roof, and I was thinking, oh my god, I got a cup of grass, and I guess it's going to cost me a fortune, and also if I can get it. Dear me. So diesel's gone about 2.30, €2.30 a litre, or 2.32 actually, to be honest. So it's quite a considerable increase on diesel. That was 1.60 before I left. So it's just, in about a week, or just under a week, because it's only gone 5 days. It's gone up by that much, a considerable jump. So that ain't good news, no. Some people might say it is, because obviously the environment, what have you, because it's a major, major problem. We do need to be. It might push people in the right direction, might it? All these shortages of fuel and the energy costs going through the roof, force people into more economic means. Now, I don't feel that. I should feel guilty, but I don't feel that guilty, because we do a lot of eco stuff here already. Because we've got our solar panels, and we get about 70 to 80% of our electricity comes from the solar panels. And I'm a big user as well, so we do produce quite a bit because I'm at the workshop. And so that's pretty good. And also all our hot water is by solar. So either by solar or the backburn, we don't use any other form of heating for the hot water. So it's kind of like a side effect of heating the house and stuff. But also with the solar hot water, it's amazing, that thing is. It even works in the winter. It doesn't get me wrong, it doesn't get really hot temperatures, but what it does do, it raises the baseline. So whatever you're using to heat the water doesn't have to do much work. It's absolutely brilliant. So we are fairly off grid, within reason, and our well. We have well water here. We dug that well by hand, by the way. Tell ya, never again. never again. Oh my god, that was such hard work. And it took us weeks to dig this well by hand. And then we had to block it all up, inside the well to support the walls. Crikey, we were mad. Well, actually, it started, we weren't going to have a well, because we knew there was water there, you see. Water as in mains water, but being cut off. Well, it was there because we saw meter. But anyway, my son comes up to me, Dad, I want to dig a well. I thought, oh, God's sake. It's the kind of thing that he is. It's one of my older sons, Darren. He lives here in France. And I said, I knew what he's like. I thought, okay, that'll shut him up for a bit. So anyway, we'll do it here. We'll dig a well here. And then with Gideon, it went on and on and on like an arrow on. It just took weeks and weeks and weeks. And we looked like Donald Trump. Yeah.
And tremendously wet.
Yeah.
One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water.
That was. So it's God, that took ages, and we were orange because the clay, we were going through like shale, clay, stone, shale, clay, stone, clay, and so we was getting, as we went down the hole, we were getting more and more orange, and all we could see is this little, even though it was about 6 foot across, this hole was in the end. Because it kept getting wider. And we had to lay for the block work, you see. And we had to lay for us to get in the hole. All we could see is this like ring of light above our heads. And the ladders, it's quite airy, really. But God, that's hard work. And sometimes we're using a Kango to get through the shady like rock. Shady, it's like a shale layer. And then the water's dribbling in all the time when you get so far down. So it's constantly trying to fill up while you're in it. So you've got to pump. You constantly, like we do, is you start off, when you get to that point, we dig a hole. stick the pump in, and then we carry on digging up around it to keep the water out of the well. Otherwise, we just try to dig through water, which wouldn't be very helpful. Anyway, I digress. Oh, anyway, I'll check these the chats. So what we got going on here? Oh, come back. Something disappeared. Oh, the one that disappeared. Come back here. And that one. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So what you been saying? Ah, no. Oh, Tratro, it says, nah, it will be hit the sick man of Europe even harder now the Brits need to eat their own poopy-filled fish. Lovely. Oh, that ain't great, is it? What's going on with that? I've got a little red dot come up on my software I'm using, and I don't know what that means. Is that a red dot? I don't know what it means. Oh, well. I hope it's still streaming, okay? Oh, it is. That's good. So, yeah, oh, sorry, got to do the chats, wouldn't I? I digressed. Oh, God, I've got a little bit of wine. I haven't actually been drinking since I've been back. But I succumbed. Only for this weekend. We thought people just one little bottle of wine per the weekend and then just leave it at that. Just hope it don't progress or anything else. So, let's get back up here anyway. Just we'll see what you guys have been saying. Oh, so Germany stopped rationing in 1949. That's interesting because, yeah, well, post-war Germany was in a hell of a state, wasn't it? The inflation and what have you. Reports of people going to get a loaf of bread with a barrel load of Deutschmarks. Terrible. But crikey, didn't they turn a corner in the end? Wow. Brian McGuire, I think a £1/4 of burger. Ah, as 4 ounces, of course. There you go. £1/4 of burger then, it's 4 ounces. That's there you go. You're rationing. My mum used to hunt rabbits for food in the 50s. Well, so did my grandparents. They did as well. My grandfather, who was lovely. You see that there? Oh, you can't see it there. Let's go back there. That there, my grandfather, he was in the army. And this is actually this is from Germany. And he brought it back with him. And it's a lovely thing it is, too. It's, I'll put lights in it. But yeah, it's, he used to go with chickens and all that sort of stuff, but also he got some ex-military, ex-MOD greenhouses he's got as well. He had a plot of land, he put his greenhouses on. And on his milk round, he was selling tomatoes and what have you on his milk round, because he used to work for the co-op milk marketing firm. This was on Whitard Road in Norwich, I believe it was. Years and years and years, it's not there anymore. Years and years and years ago. All electric floats and stuff like that. And he had such a brain. Oh my God. I couldn't beat him in chess either, even when he had epilepsy. I had to cheat. I had to wait until he was like this. And that was an opportune moment for me to cheat, you see. He knew. He wasn't stupid. But there I was, a little boy. And he's getting towards the end of his career and what have you. Anyway, he's in his little float. And there's me, I'll say little, so probably in about 4 or 5. I can remember him with certain things stick in your memory, don't you? It's just literally just adding up like that, and he's doing it to the end of his days. You know what I mean? It's just run thing down here. But he didn't add up the rows. He'd wrote the whole numbers, 30 odd numbers for people, like for their monthly milk round bill sort of thing. It's number at the bottom, just like that. Crazy. I can't do anything like that. No. Give me a bit of wood instead. He wasn't a woodworker. He wasn't that kind of person, but he was well read. Was my grandfather well read? Germany is building its own ships. Oh, what sort of ships? Pirate ships? There will be German ships, would they? Pirate ships. Oh, Derek McCall. Oh, £50 in 1940 is about the same as £3,000 today. Whoa, those fines were excessive. That's nuts. How did people pay that? Most people had the money. Crikey. Duke Vengeance says, I'll dig their graves. That's charming. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. Dun, dun, dun. Let's do it. Just a little bit of flat roof. So we'll put out the pots to grow some tomatoes. Brilliant idea. That's a very good idea. Put a bit of mulch on the top as well. So you've got to keep watering, because obviously being in pots, they're going to evaporate the moisture out of the pots very, very quickly, especially if they're clay pots as well. But if you can insulate them, it's even better. You know, put the husband's sweatshirt around it or something like that. That'll help. Always like padded jacket or something. You know, that might work. But yeah, just grow some tomatoes and potatoes and stuff like that. Potatoes are good. Get some potato bags. Not the ones that you buy because they're ridiculous. Just get some old sacks. Put a bit of soil in them. Even just get a bag of compost. Right, just the usual kind of 40 litre bags. Open the top up, chuck your potato right down into the bag, and have the top open and allow the bag, and grow it in the bag, and then just harvest them. And you do that by splitting, and you use the compost again. You see, once you're growing all your potatoes in there, or growing some potatoes in it, and you get great for doing new potatoes, all the young earlies and stuff. They're lovely. Works really well. So we do that way. We use a lot of builder sacks. Like the big 1 ton square builder sacks. I use them as raised beds in the garden, and they work really well. So that's definitely a plus, that one is. Apparently I've got an excellent condition connection, apparently. Oh, that looks good. And we've got 71 people here. Thank you for joining us here. That's very good. Oh, chat rate 4. Whatever that means. I don't know. Is that how many people chatting per second or something? Like RPM or something. Oh, dear. Average watch time is 5.44 minutes. Probably click the dot off, I'd imagine. Go to the toilet. No, see, I can't. I've got my man pad on, yeah, and a drip tray for leakage, just in case. You never know when you might need it. Getting old, getting old and wrinkly. So, okay, Bodger Jobison says, add goes chops, and we'll have a full meat and veg. Well, Michael Gove. He had a bit of a nickname, They used to call him the Giraffe. Michael Gove the Giraffe. Was it the Donkey? No, the Donkey. Michael Gove the Donkey. I've got Ginger's Giraffe on my brain. Michael Gove the Donkey, apparently, I don't know if it's true or not. He might have started the rumour himself. But, maybe. Or maybe not. We'll see. Oh, we'll see. No, God, get that vision out of my head. So, okay, Michael Jackson. Oh, hello. Michael Jackson did the moonwalk. See, that's my moonwalk. See my legs move? No? Okay. Brexit was voted by a hell of a lot of old people. Yes, and they're all gone now. My father, one of them, he voted for Brexit. Of the city fool that he was, and then a year later he pegged it. So, Oh, and they faced rationing, so yeah. Well, mum and dad, yeah, we're done, yeah. Who are probably going to be, my father is already, and they would not have to suffer the impact that they voted for. And that's very true, Michael Jackson. They wouldn't do it. It's very, very frustrating. Because what make them all suffer? Oh, dear. Oh, Lee Corn says, not much pasta left in the local Lidl this weekend. Yeah, Brexit is not going to help that because obviously, it's going to, especially if things start tightening up, people realise things start tightening up, you're going to find that most of it's going to be sucked up by the EU member states. Everything's by allocation, isn't it? So anyway, and wood's going to get even tougher to get hold of. What about things I was talking to Max and Political X and Track Record or something. Anyway, this morning, and I was saying to him, one of my concerns was for Ukraine is that we are going to be looking at a situation where in Ukraine they're going to have a gender issue. Sadly, obviously, a lot of the men have gone back to fight. A lot of them aren't going to make it. It's a horrible thought, I know, but it's realisation, isn't it? Reality, sorry. It's reality. You could end up with a population with, a female-dominated population. It might be quite nice for the blokes that are left, mind. Yeah. Ooh. Anyway, I just have an idea, but I better not share it. So, now I'm married. No good. No one want me anyway. I'm too hairy. Lee Corn, really? Has the stockpiling started already? Well, I'll be absolutely honest with you. When we had that issue last time, we were starting to get some shortages here as well in France, but nothing to the degree of the UK. A while back now. And we did actually start stockpiling, but because we kind of got it aired to the ground, so to speak, we bit by bit we were just topping up what we had, and so we have actually got quite a bit of food anyway, and also we conservative. If you look at the conservatives jar in this avatar, they're like the parfait jars, or like a Kilner jar in the UK, and we've got masses of them. We must have 150 to 200 jars of food, and each jar's a minimum of a litre. So some of them 2 litres. Some of them 2 litre jars as well, and they're all different sauces. And so I say sauces like tomato sauces and stuff like, as in, ratatouilles and all that sort of stuff. So to do chilies and all that sort of stuff. You see, so we have got a lot of food in store here, but we have topped up. We bought a few bits and pieces yesterday. Actually, we topped up some of our supplies yesterday, but it's like that. We're not buying loads because we already have a lot here. And we just rotate it. So that's kind of how we live. If you live in rural France, that's how the French live. Most of the locals, that's how they live. They have stores of food. It's nothing unusual having a form of some kind of pantry, with food stores in. So we won't be the ones that are rushing to the shops when there's nothing left, because we'll have enough to be getting by with. So yes, conservator, I imagine some people should be stockpiling to some degree, as long as it's not excessive. Just create a little bit of a sum, that's what I would say. Don't go stupid though, because obviously you've got to think about other people. M. Carpenter. Oh, no, buy it in and sell it on. Make a fortune. Oh, entrepreneurship there. No? Or was it immoral? Probably. Oh, there. AllShorts says, because even we lost, Germany came off better in World War II than the Brits did, and the Brits got over double the cash from the USA to Germany, yes. But also, we've been paying up monies back to the USA for donkey's years. I think when you finish about 2017, the debt was finally paid. I think that's right. Maybe someone can maybe someone's got that knows more accurately than I do, but I think it was 2017. Anyway, Lee says, conservator, my wife works in a supermarket, and day after Russia invaded, she had several people stocking up on the usual stuff: flour, pasta, and toilet rolls. Yes. So, the infamous toilet rolls. Oh dear. All you need is the free seashells. That's what you need. You need the free seashells. You just got to get the, and then you finish off at the top and the last little scrape. So it's like a flick, Don't go too quick, let's get on the walls. No. It's technique. Ask Stallone, he knows. He does now anyway. Through practices. He found out for himself. So, yes. So that's right. Yeah, I've been hearing that too here in France. And it's going to be everywhere, I think. Because Ukraine doesn't just supply foodstuffs to the UK. No. It supplies foodstuffs all over the world, including the EU. Fortunately, in the EU, such as France and places like that, we do grow a lot of stuff, but it's still surprising how much we import. But also, we also export. So you might find there'll be less exports. We'll see. We'll see how they manage it, I suppose, in time. Portugal imports most of its grain from Ukraine. Sorry to hear that, mate. Bugger. That's the same as the UK then, isn't it? That's the same as the UK. That's, we've got to remember, grain's not just, I don't know, you're going to have some, I don't know, Weetabix and stuff. It isn't just that. It's used as a filler in so many foodstuffs, whether it be pies or sauces, all sorts of stuff, and even dog food has grain in it. So also, yeah, I don't know. Oh dear. Life goes on, I suppose. I hope. M. Carpenter said, M. Carpenter, how you doing, buddy? I guess we'll see how well the CAP, which is the payment to the farmers. Obviously, in the EU, they still get it, but in the UK, they don't. It's been replaced with this environmental payment thing, which actually screws a lot of the smaller farmers, because a lot of the smaller farmers are only, no, they're not getting it. Because if they're under 10 hectares, they've lost the payment. And so you can only get it if you've got 10 hectares or more. So loads of farmers in the UK where they were getting monies are not going to get any at all. And those who are getting monies, those who are getting £100 a month are now only going to be getting between £60 and £80 a month. So lots of farmers are losing. This is per hectare, by the way. So they're losing loads of money. No cap. And that has been wiped. It's going to be gone. What is left in the UK's version of the cap? I can't remember the court knows farmers' payment or whatever. Something anyway. And that's been replaced completely with the so-called environmental kind of thing. Rewild the UK, which sounds like a lovely idea, and it's one of them dreamy ideas. It's like that word sovereignty. Sovereignty, yeah. Sounds great. We all want our sovereignty because it's something that sounds fantastic and positive and cherry on the cake and all that, doesn't it? But the reality of it means nothing at all. So it's an easy thing to sell. Anything that sounds good is easy to sell. Just like rewilding the UK. But it's at a cost. And the cost is the fact that we won't be growing anything in the UK hardly. Or very much reduced. And we'll be importing more stuff. So what we do is we'll offset our carbon emissions to other countries such as Australia and countries that really have a really poor track record of environmental... Got the word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. Oh, hang on, I can't get those more. I better just go through these. I don't want to leave people behind. Art Treasure says, I will see it if Ireland is overrun by refugees in the summer. I will drive there with my motorbike. Oh, let me know. You know what? I don't actually care if it is. To be honest, I don't care if anywhere's overrun with refugees, because quite frankly, their needs are greater than mine at the moment. And I've mentioned this before. I don't know if I've mentioned it. Me and the missus were talking about a big decision. We ain't quite got our head around it yet, but we might get ourselves registered with the Mary and the prefecture in Limoges, because we're not 100% confident yet because we're a bit nervous about the idea, but offering our room next door, which is over there, next door, it's a really nice room actually, really nice room. We were doing it on Airbnb, you see, so we stopped doing Airbnb because COVID all went a bit tits up, and but we think we're offering it to a refugee, probably somebody who's like it's a good sized room, mind, but we could put a bed in it actually if we wanted to. But we do have to think about the bodies because we're not that great around people, so we struggle with it. So that will be quite a big deal for us. But probably I don't know, a woman and child, man and a child, or something like that. Just somebody who's displaced, look as a stopgap, so they try and get their things organised and sorted out, and hopefully maybe we can help them with the prefecture. Our friend Violette, she's ready, yeah, she's lovely, even though she's an anti-vaxxer. Yes, that's a difficult one. So yeah, we might be doing that. So hopefully, I think we will, but we just got to get our head around it. It's just a big decision. Believe it or not, we're actually quite nervous people. My missus is a very, very nervous person, and I'm actually not that confident. I get so nervous doing these videos. You know, when I first started doing this live stream thing, and going with Max and people like that, I know I'm all kind of like loud and Max a bit loopy, but I'm actually a really nervous person. Anyway, maybe that's how I deal with it. I don't know. I'll say. I'm being honest with you now. That one-on-one. No. Don't get the wrong idea. I need a coffee now after that. Wash the COVID down. Oh God. I haven't been tested for COVID yet, so I don't know if it is COVID, but most likely it is. So we'll have to get a test tomorrow. A bit like this, see what happens. Wait on my nose. How'd that happen? Oh, anyway, I hadn't happened before, but there you go. Probably because I can't breathe. Heavy Diesel says anything stainless steel will be in short supply due to nickel shortages. Being quoted 5 months delivery. Crikey! There's another massive problem as well with titanium. Where does titanium come from? Oh, I wonder. A lot of titanium comes from Russia. And like, for instance, a Boeing 737, I think it's about 8 tons of titanium in one of them. So that's going to cause huge problems. And I did a video the other day about the airlines, what have you, like Aeroflot and Airbus and Boeing, because Russia's developed their own Airbus A320, I believe it was. Yeah, 320. It's called the MS21 or MC21. And now that collab, which is it's done under license with the with Airbus, and that's all gone tits up now. So they can only use that now internally, but they're going to have a huge problem with parts and stuff. But that door swings both ways, doesn't it? You know, we need the titanium for our airlines, and if it's all coming from, maybe not all of it, but if a lot of it's coming from Russia, it's going to be a major issue. They're big countries with huge mineral deposits. We forget that. So, okay, so anything stone and steel. So, yeah, okay, let's show that on there. Asperger's, Europe, AllShorts. The UK settled its World War II debts in the USA. 2006, I was way out there, wasn't I? On the 31st of December 2006. I know I didn't say that, but I knew it was a long while ago. Long while after the date, after the war. It's nuts, isn't it? You don't realise all this stuff. So the young's going to be paying for this war. Because this is an ongoing. Where do you think the money's going to come from that's paying for all these tank busters that are going to Ukraine at the moment? You know, I'm not grudging it. Don't get me wrong. The cause is huge, but it's going to be our young, isn't it? Just like they're going to be paying for the 6 to 700 million a week lost in trade because of Brexit. It's the young going to be paying. The amount of money that they've been borrowing is ludicrous in the UK. Well, actually, they've kind of been strange how they've been doing this. They've been doing it by buying bonds with imaginary money. A bit crazy. It's a bit like crypto. Like cryptocurrency. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Oh, no. That's how I'm going to be bombarded with bots now for saying that. Right, so anyway. So, Conservators. Oh, Simon says, respond to Conservative. I don't have much experience with internet. I don't myself. Will try that. Oh, what's Conservative say? What do you say, buddy? Simon says, just pass the URL on the translator box and click the link icon. Oh, what's going on here? I'm confused now. I hear you. Oh, God, Lee. Oh, crikey, yeah. That's so funny. Oh, Lee. You wouldn't believe this. It was on there. I was on the air. It's happened to 3 times, Lee. Everybody. 3 times. I went to the UK for 5 days, and 3 times I was recognised. And once was via my voice. I'm infamous. I was in shock, I'll tell you. Anyway, the most funny time was coming back to France. I was on the aeroplane. I helped this lady get a bag and put it into the overhead locker, like that, as you do. Oh, okay, there you go. I'm a gentleman, me. Yeah. And then she goes, thank you, AllShorts. I thought, what about my t-shirt? Oh, no. She recognised me. She had a pitch. She wanted a picture taken with me. Hence, I put it on the poster the other day as well. Yeah, in the community group thingy majiggy. And then it happened on the Norwich Market twice on Norwich Market. Someone came up to me first. Oh, that's when you recognise my voice. I found that phenomenal. I say phenomenal. It's a bit sad, really. Yeah, people are getting to know me. I don't know why, poor devils. You lot are desperate. Oh, that was nuts, it was. Oh, it showed Conservator. Conservator. Oh, Johnny boy. Scanning through. I better get back into this better now as well. So, infamy! Oh, that got it for me. Tim Baum. Oh, we're watching a celeb there, right? Do you realise? Oh, crikey! So the whole that concept of that is just it doesn't ring true at all. It's just nuts. I can imagine someone like Max Rospera and stuff like that with his, sort of Italian accent, Italian kind of Irish accent going on there. But you'd have to recognise him for his voice only, obviously. But I do like Max. Max is a lovely, lovely guy. And then there's obviously Phil Morehouse. You'd recognise him because he'd be wearing a really baggy clothes. Yeah, he's wearing his I have to admit, he's a little bit better because he's wearing hoodies at the moment. I don't tend to watch Phil Morehouse, different bias. Not because I listen to him. Basically, I just treat him like podcasts because these are really podcasts, really. His information is fantastic. He's so well researched and so clued up, and Phil's got that. If anyone knows Phil's channel, Phil has a different bias. Check him out if you don't know him already. He's really clued up. sort of cross-analyses stuff and that as well. He's very good. I just can't watch him now. I'm sorry, I do apologise, Phil. I know you're not watching me, but crikey, I do apologise. But I find it difficult to watch you, mate. People probably... Then again, saying that, I had some nice comments earlier today. So I can't listen to you because you're putting on my voice. I'm not putting on my voice. This is how I sound. Whenever I kind of like get passionate about what I'm talking about, so this is just what happens. I think my balls are dropped or something while I was doing these videos. Because I used to be really squeaky, and now I've gone all hoarse. Especially with COVID as well, that doesn't help. Oh, anyway, whoever said comedians don't get groupies? Oh, I was so wrong. Get groupies. I think she was older than me. Oh, I met a husband as well outside the airport. You got to come and shook my hand. Oh, God, I've got COVID. Oh, dear. Oh, it's getting my head going now. Yeah, so it's a bit of a laugh. Oh, the band says, have friends in the industry and... Oh, God. What industry? Oh, Nicole. You were Max's Sunday brunch thing today. Yes, I was. Yes, with Political X and another news YouTuber. Nice guy, though. Truth, something or other. I can't remember it now. She's, naughty in there. I can't remember. How my memory's like sieve it is. Like Colander. Oh, message held for review. Americans, Cowboys, bang bang. Ooh. What would that be held for review? To be honest, make anyone in the US think you are educated. It's not that difficult. Oh dear. There's a lot. We are stereotyping a little bit there, Bodgy Jobison, aren't we? Because, you know, it's like everywhere. The same here in France, the same in the UK. There's some extremely clever, bright people who really know what they're doing and what they're talking about. Also, there's a load of nutters. Yeah. That includes me. So anyway, Simon says 55, lost in France. Says, I checked some English sites last week. Saw some nice cottages with an acre or more. Ooh. Was it in France? What was lost in France? Say, come on, back up here. By far the best options to decide where you would like to be and use local immobilier and given town villages. You can but what you'll be careful, what you need to be careful of, if you're thinking about buying a property in France, for instance, be very, very careful what's advertised. Because the prices in France is not necessarily what they'd accept by no means. You know, it's exaggerated. The pricing is very, very exaggerated. So, argument's sake, we bought this property here in 2009. It was advertised at about 90,000 odd. I know it's not a lot of money, but it was a wreck. It was literally basically buying a plot of land with loads of stones on it. Yeah, it was a state. A bit more than stones, actually. It was buildings, but you know, it was a hell of a state. We want a little bit extra land with it. So we got an extra hectare of land to go with it because we didn't want the cows literally, because I don't know if you've seen cows poop, but they're like they're kind of like this. How to explain? I'll tell you what. I'll draw a picture. Well, I don't need to draw a picture. It'll start over here. This is my fence, right? This is what happens. The shit goes over the fence, yeah, over the fence, and lands on the other side. We have cow pats in our field. Sometimes 4 metres in from the boundary. I don't know how they manage it, but they're definitely there. Well, might be exaggerated a little bit, but way into the boundary, so it's quite shocking, really. So we didn't want to be too close to the cows, so we wanted to have a bit of no man's land. So we just bought a bit of extra land on the side that was close to the house. So we're like a little, you know, we're totally detached to this house. Anyway, in the end, I digressed. In the end, for everything, we paid €58,000 for 2.5 hectares of land. This farmhouse, which is actually 2 farmhouses with attached barns, and also the barns over the other side of our driveway, bread ovens and stuff like that. So yeah, we got a lot of buildings and what have you for 58,000. That was in 2009. That has gone up a little bit now, as you'd expect, but still. we've seen properties go for a pittance. There's a lot of English that got properties they can't finish, they can't afford to finish, they can't get their work here for various reasons. Lots of English also have got themselves a bit of a predicament because they haven't registered themselves properly for work here. In other words, they were scamming the system and now they're selling the property because they can't get any work. Everything's tightened up around them. Become harder. So, to scam the system. And I know it happens a lot in Spain as well, but it does happen in France as well. There's quite a few English-owned properties, part-renovated properties that are ending up on the market for not a lot of money. No. And also, if you've got properties that where the parents died, for instance, you might have a lot of family members because you can't disinherit your siblings siblings. You can't disinherit your children in France. It will just become distributed between everybody. Everyone get a little share. And when the properties, like for instance, there might be an old person living in a little hamlet somewhere, and that property has got very little value. And because it's got very little value, the share between each individual person is so tiny, they don't bother doing anything with it, or they'll just sell it on because it's not worth anything to them. It's more of a hindrance than a value because we're not in England. Property values in the UK are still excessive. In France, yes, they have grown, but they're not that bad. So that might be something to bear in mind. So don't necessarily, if you see some prices advertised, don't think that's what you've got to pay. Put an offer in. You don't have to be real about the offer. Just put your offer in. But the other thing you've got to be careful of also, I forgot what it's called now. There's a declaration you have to do with your mobile. They'll make sure you sign something, a promise that you'll buy through them. So you don't then go, I'll get it cheap if I go direct, and then sideline the immobilier, the estate agent. So you be careful what you sign right at the beginning. It's a good idea to do your research and have a good old look about if you are considering buying in France. And that's probably, they're all fairly similar to a lot of the European countries. I don't know what it's like in Germany, mind, or Holland. And in Spain, the same in Spain, is that okay? But that is in the UK. There will be lots of UK farms up for sale soon, yes. But they're not going to be cheap. No, they're not going to be cheap. They're still going to be expensive because we're not building enough. In the UK, there's such a shortage of properties. It's artificially kept high, isn't it? They don't want to bring down the price. You know what they tell you? They do not want to bring down. They do not want to be building more houses. They want to create this shortage of because it keeps artificially high. And there's people with money. You say they don't want to lose money on house values. Brexit benefit. Cheap properties in France is conservative. Yes, there is. Places to look, go direct, because obviously you're going to be dealing with the English anyway. You will have to, you'd have to buy it through the proper means, such as your notaire. So it's like the solicitor, what have you. You can even go to notaire if you like, and they also list properties. But you could go directly via Facebook and places like that. And people are actually advertising their properties. There's properties in France. There's lots of groups on Facebook, and you'll see some properties. Go for a song. You'll get some silly English people, and they think they're, when they first list their properties, they'll be excessively high, and then they get desperate, and then they sell them on. When they realise they don't get the other offers. So yeah, there's definitely lots of cheap properties available here. I'm not going to say they're all going to be. If they're little square boxes, there's a lot of these little funny little square, magnolia boxes with little red clay roofs and stuff, tile roofs. Those sort of properties seem to make good money for some reason. That's cheap to eat, I suppose. But if you talk about traditional properties like this one, or stone houses, you can get some real bargains. Cow poop. Oh, is epic, my friend. Oh, and it just, you just don't want you go. And then it's just crazy. I've seen so much. But my missus, she peed like, Whew. But no, these cows, wow. Anyone interested in American politics, the world views, look into Beau of the Fifth Column. a very perspective and informed. But look, that sounds interesting. I'll check that out later. Cheers, buddy. Did it include the cow in the kitchen? Yes, we did have a cow in the kitchen. Yes, that wasn't our cow. The farmer, retrieved its cow. When we first arrived, we arrived with the transit van in a trailer. I was with my son Darren, and we opened the door in the kitchen. Well, I say open the door. It wasn't really. It was just sort of swinging in the wind. We had a cow in our kitchen on our wooden floors. There's poo everywhere, as you can imagine. Yeah. A Limousin cow it was. A girl. Yeah. Gibraltar is hoping to finalise a treaty with the EU by Easter. Yeah, they've been back to and fro with that, haven't they? And Gibraltarian citizens, EU free movement. Right, well, that's interesting. I think it happened in the UK, though, was it? Anyway, let's get back to what's doing. Oh my god, I've digressed again, didn't I? Oh, I keep doing that. Oh dear. Anyway, I've got to go back into my box. Oh, there we go. I'm back in. So anyway, if anyone thinks that this crisis is going to end, whether Putin gets his own way and installs his puppet government, or whether or not he doesn't, and Ukraine soldiers on, well, this is not a situation that's going to recover any time soon. No. Not at all. This is going to rumble on for a very long time. Oh. Unless China, for instance, because they've got less problems. The reason they've got less problems is not just because they're all in their paddy fields, rice and what have you. They've been stockpiling grains. And they're not exporting it, no. It's as if they were prepared. They knew what they were doing. They hold 70% of the world's corn, 60% of the rice, and 51% of the wheat. Now, this was a comment actually in one of my videos earlier. I checked it out and it's true. So yeah, it's they knew what was happening. They're prepared, aren't they? That's what I reckon. Anyway, it might be conspiracy theory, but I think they knew. Anyway, along with the ban on exporting of fertilizer, I'll get into that again in a minute. But not just with France, not just with China. No. Okay, anyway. And the war in Ukraine. Well, it paints a very grim picture for the very near future. So we should expect food costs, well, they're going to go through the roof, aren't they? And if anyone has a garden, we need to be planting. We need to actually, be growing stuff. It might be a very good idea. Even if it's just something, Tomatoes are a good start, aren't they? They're easy. So if you can do it, I would. It's not rocket science, is it, to be honest? Yes, I wish someone would stop Putin and stop the war. Oh, have anyone heard? There was a death threat. Well, not a death threat. It was a kind of like a wanted, dead or alive, for Putin. A £1 million, also $1 million, $1 million reward. Ooh. Some oligarch, he wants to get rid of Putin. And that happened they posted that about a week afterwards, and Facebook and there's also on LinkedIn, they took it down. But I'm wondering whether or not they'll allow it now, because they've changed the rules regarding hate crimes against Russia and what have you. Hate posts like that. So they might allow it now. So yeah, not many people are going to see it in Russia, are they? Not now. Not since Putin's going to be blocking Facebook and Instagram. And that was over the fact that Facebook and Instagram, because all part of the metaverse, Meta, the marketing arm, they made that announcement that they're going to allow certain posts to go ahead, such as wanted, dead or alive, those sort of posts. Anyway, Ukrainian crops already sown. Well, quite frankly, they're going to rot. And, those will be scheduled to sown for Western markets. Well, quite frankly, they're not going to be. No. This has all been announced as of yesterday. Now, best case scenario, I think we're going to be looking at 18 months. So really, you could be looking at next season if things calm down. But even then, I doubt it. Who's going to farm it? That's the other thing. So, and besides, if, for instance, you get a puppet government in Ukraine, well, wouldn't we still be boycotting and sanctioning? Well, we would be sanctioning Ukraine effectively, wouldn't we? I imagine. Because a lot of those food crops are going to go east instead of west. And even Ukrainians, if they return to their farms, well, there's going to be many women and children. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Why shouldn't they be tending the farms and crops? This, in modern days, aren't we? Got something to them. They go with the guns. They've gone back into Ukraine to fight. Brave souls they are. MPs and all sorts of people. Lady fighters. You know what they do, don't you? Whoa! Got it, bang! Done. That might actually work. Oh, be like Carry On Up the Khyber when they lift up the kilts. Is Glasgow Kiss here? No? Oh, okay, anyway. So there is going to be a bias towards a female-dominated population, I reckon. And I know some people are going to say, especially the Brexit types who put that cross in the wrong box. That they did. Well, what they're going to say? Well, just grow more crops. Oh, okay. Well, that's what you call intensive farming, because we're going to have to, grow more in less land. Which, okay, it can be done within reason, but that's going to require a lot of other stuff, which we'll get into in a minute. So anyway, it brings a whole load of issues that is highly dependent on the outcome of this war in Ukraine. And this is extremely worrying as it is. A worrying situation for Europe, but especially Britain. Now, Europe has, all the necessary instruments with the CEAP to provide incentives, it has, to increase production. But the UK isn't in that anymore, is it? No. That's the farm subsidy payment thing. Okay. We left the EU there, didn't we? That wasn't very bright, was it? No. Anyway, Germany, for example. Now, we could stop rewarding the production of biogas crops and we'll start to grow potatoes and grain again. Now, if just 10% of the Western population would go vegan, no, I can't do that, no. Or at least vegetarian. I've done that before. I did 5 years I was vegetarian. Yeah. And the amount of grain, we'll reduce the amount of grain we require for feed for animals and what have you. Maybe that would replace some that's lost from Russia and Ukraine. Whatever the solution, we have to apply. There is no quick solution. No, because things have to grow. You don't just turn the switch, do you? No, you got to prepare the land, you got to plan for it and stuff. And when things are all up there in the air, well, you don't know what to do next. So it's a bit of an issue. The food poverty, quite frankly, I think it's going to reach some pretty epic levels. It's going to be... it doesn't sound very good to me, no. Not at all. So, but I know somebody will be happy.
I think it's rather uplifting.
Yeah, but no matter what he says, old Jacoby Smog. Bugger. Well, lots of people are going to suffer. And look, Trussell's Trust, food banks, they're already suffering. They can't get the food to donate, let alone actually donate it in the first place. They're struggling. And it's going to get worse. Now, so, yes, I have talked about that prospect of a shortage of food in the UK, and we just know, really. But there's also, with this, illegal war in Ukraine. But it's going to get even more desperate. Since the Ukrainian administration, well, they've made some rules. They've changed some laws. Oh, okay. So, what am I talking about? Well, Ukraine is a major global producer of agricultural products. But it's banned exports of fertilisers, as the Ukraine government, because of the Russian invasion. The Agricultural Ministry has said on the 12th of March, yesterday, 2022, yesterday, and the UK is already having huge problems getting enough fertilisers. Yeah, they've banned fertiliser exports from Ukraine. Oh, amongst other products as well. So, how are you going to do intensive farming if you can't get your fertilisers?
Smaller in number, are we? But larger
oh, wow.
in
Cheers, number
mind.
3. I've got a super chat. Yay! It's got a new sound. Smaller in number, are we? But larger in mind. Thank you, Yoda. I must... Oh, yes, what are you saying? Need vertical farms and renewable energy. I agree, we do. But it doesn't happen overnight. That's going to take time, isn't it? And people have to, diverge into it as well. As, some people, some farms, what have you, they're set in the ways. But also, it takes a huge amount of investment. And now they haven't got the benefit of EU funding. Because they are actually investing quite heavily in vertical farming. techniques, and inside farming as well, which I don't quite like so much because that uses a lot of energy. Yeah, UV, like hydroponics and stuff. So the UK is already having huge problems in acquisition of gaining enough fertilisers for the 2022 season due to Brexit, and the UK government is, the UK is now a third country. Third class, third party, third everything at the moment, I think. Looking at it, I'm sorry, but that's what it looks like to me. Anyway, this development will just deepen the UK's food insecurities. Yes, we do have food security in the UK because we import too much food. We don't have the means to grow it. We haven't had food security for, well, centuries, in fact. We've been, and besides, a lot of stuff some people like, like avocados, for instance. I know a particular little princess, she likes avocados, apparently. Well, at least that's what she's been ridiculed for. And, not going to grow them in the UK, no. Not that easily, if at all. I mean, this development's obviously going to... we have food security problems. We already got food security problems, and it's just going to get worse. So, Ukraine has already banned the exports of some agricultural commodities and introduced licenses for its key export goods, wheat, corn, and sunflower oil. Don't forget they also export chicken. Not chlorinated chicken, no, but chicken. So squeezing the West's share of such goods. Oh, okay. Now the Ministry of Ministers has introduced a zero quota. If you wonder what got tanks there, I'll explain in a minute. Zero quota for the export of mineral fertilizers, which is a de facto ban on the export of fertilizers from Ukraine. Now, this is not the country being mean, no, or anything like that, but an effort to, secure the country's ability to feed its own people. Now, when Putin is destroying farming with toxic chemicals and fossil fuel pollutants. Now, the ban is designed to help maintain a balance in the domestic market and would apply to nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So it's basically the three NPK, the chemicals in the fertiliser, the main ones. Like the John Innan's mix and stuff like that. And other complex fertilisers. Now, this is all very imperative for intensive farming techniques. I don't like it. I'd rather we just do a rotation, and green fertilisers and stuff, like comfrey and even stinging nettles. If you need any fertiliser, don't worry about this. Get yourself some either comfrey or stinging nettles, high nitrogen stinging nettles are. Put it in a bucket of water, put a cover over it, put somewhere you ain't got a little sniff it because it stinks horrible, and put it in a bottle and then dilute it around 10-20% whenever you're watering your tomatoes and stuff. And there you go, you've got your fertiliser. It's all brown, so it looks like baby bio. That's what that little stuff in the bottle, to do pot plants with. But it's really good fertiliser. Or pea in a watering can and dilute that. That's how, Been there, done that. Oh, you'll see my tomatoes. Tangy they are. Yes, it's imperative for intensive farming techniques and sowing in safe areas as soon as they can. In Ukraine, that is. I suppose, do they actually know where the safe areas are going to be? I suppose it'll be anywhere that isn't en route to a city, I suppose. Now, quite frankly, there's a very loose definition of the word, considering the road keeps moving. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Anyway, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Friday that the country must sow as many crops this spring, despite the Russian invasion, if it is to feed its people. Now, this is the point, is that they want to feed its people. So they're not worried about our people, no exports. They need to make sure they grow enough foodstuffs, this season to store and what have you for their own people who are left in Ukraine. Because the country it's been ripped out from the heart and just everything's dispersed and what have you. Even if they would, let's say for instance, argument's sake, which I don't think is going to happen, if Ukraine, pushes Russia out, they might do eventually if they can keep it going. That's just too much. I can't say it, but they're still going to have a huge problem, and they're not going to have the foodstuffs. They've still got to feed their people. So so that's what they've done. So what they've done is reduce the areas also of growing sunflower seeds, so that'll be less sunflower oil, rapeseed, less rape oil, colza, and corn this year. They're going to be replacing them with cereal crops such as buckwheat, oats, millets, and wheat crops and stuff like that, yeah. Grains. Pretty much the staples for any diet, you know. Bread. If you like bread. Unless you're gluten. Yeah. Sans gluten. So, yeah, don't want that. Anyway, so Ukraine is the world's largest exporter of sunflower oil. And as was predicted in 2021, in the June season, that it would export more than 60 million tonnes of grain as well. 60 million tonnes. That is a major export of grain, including 33 million tonnes of corn and 23 million tonnes of wheat. That is a lot. Now, as of February the 23rd, the day before the invasion, the Agriculture Ministry said Ukraine has exported 43 million tonnes of various grains in the 2021-2022 season so far. Oh. But that has changed due to Putin's war, so expect the supermarket shelves to empty fast. We don't store like we used to. We used to have massive grain silos and what have you, but what happens now is we tend to buy everything in. And we even buy the bloody bags. A lot of the bags, like, you know, rice, wheat, a lot of it comes from China. It's just packaged in the UK. If you're lucky. If not, it's packaged in the EU. I mean, this is going to affect huge food groups and even dog food, because the grain is one of the number one fillers in dog food. That and sawdust, probably. I've tried it. It's not great. Unless Fido. Fido's okay. It's like meaty crackers. I don't mind Fido. No. But the others one are all gritty. They've got bits of bone in them and stuff. Don't eat that. It's not great at all. So, anyway, I got to the end of that. So, see what you've been saying. Oh, people saying stuff. So, blimey. To be honest, making anyone in the US think, okay, I've gone too far back. I'm sure I've gone too far. Well, here we go. Jim lad. M. Carpenter, if you want Starlink. Oh, Starlink. We're talking about Starlink, the satellite systems. And it actually works. Yeah, because Starlink, Elon Musk, he's distributing internet, isn't he, to the people in Ukraine. I'm not sure how it works, but it's quite interesting, I suppose. These, like for instance, the OneWeb system, Starlink is a similar sort of thing, sort of low Earth orbit satellites, sort of like a whole array of loads of them, so you can't see anything out. All you've got little dots in the sky. So you don't, is that serious? No, that's not serious. No. So you can't see anything if you're an astronomer. No, you always see little dots everywhere. But it's supplied to like areas in the world where you can't get connections. So it's quite clever. And obviously for Ukraine, with everything's going on, it's going to, with Russia turning the internet off and turning everything off, the power and stuff like that. But obviously, if you can actually have these portable units, that'd be very, very useful to the people. I don't know how it's going to pan out and whether it's even possible, but, you know, we are talking Elon Musk. I'm sure they know what they're doing. You put a rocket in space, for God's sake, and a car. Yeah, Tesla. Anyway. Hello, David. How you doing, buddy? But Marcus, what happened to Brexit? UK was not going to be rich and wealthy, and Europe poor. Am I missing something? Oh, feckin' Putin. Oh, that's what David says. Hello, buddy. Hope you're well. I didn't see you here. Yes, Bodger Jobison says that the Tories will push for more genetically modified crops. Well, they pretty much already are, because they won't be a part of the CPTPP. You know, the comprehensive part, something like that. CPTP, you know, with the countries around the Pacific, Canada's in and all that. But anyway, for them to be able to get into that, they've had to relax their rules regarding bans on hormone-injected beef and stuff. So, because Justin Trudeau, he kicked up a fuss, he did. So, UK's foods are going to become very, very Americanised, Canadised, and Australianised and stuff. Well, not Americanised, necessarily, because they're not in the CPTPP. They left the CPTPP. Oh, God's sake, there's a flipping hell. God, It's just all letters, isn't it? Why can't it be more imaginative? Duke Venture said, "Shut up, you Ramona. Where are you guys? Where are those guys, by the way?" Yeah. The UK needs fertilisers. Will send Brexiters to. Oh, let me cough in. But yeah. It's like magic. It is. You say that's like magic. It's my little device. Oh, that a little device. It's attached to a wire. But yeah. Yeah, because obviously we've got all this poo, haven't we, in fields? Well, we should have. We know it's in the watercourse, and we know it's in the sea, and we know it's in the rivers, so it must be everywhere. So we can fertilise that way. What we can do is we've got all the old pumps and that, like the drainage pumps around Braden and places like that, Braden Water, Norfolk. We can use them to pump the fields, to pump the poop and the water back onto the fields, because it'll contain all these little micros deposits of poo and also the odd turd, and put it back onto the field. But don't forget, that's not right. So all the pathogens will still be in, and we'll get toxins. You got super chat. Hey, buddy. Oh, come on. I'm waiting for Yoda. Come on, Yoda. Oh, a bit of a delay there. Why not got Yoda come? That will in a minute, I'm sure. Oh, I had the super chat alert off. Oh, damn. I'm sure.
Smaller in number, are we?
Oh, there we go.
But larger in mind.
There you go. Brian Maguire. Cheers, buddy. So, where was I? Well, come back here, you. I want my live chat back. There we go. I'm back again. Oh, there. Is it that time? Well, it's not too bad, is it? It's a bit early for me. Well, how long have we been going for anyway? I keep getting told by the missus I go for too long, which is probably... I'm not like that, you saucy devils, you. Oh, dear. No, I didn't mean like that. I'm talking about my stream. Oh, my giddy, I've done it again. No, not that stream. No. What does that remind me of? Oh, my giddy aunt. Oh, what was his name? Oh, the department store. That comedy series. Oh, I'll come to me in a minute. I'll wait. So, Starlink means no bad internet anymore. Oh, hope so. Because when I was doing my streaming around Norwich, it was awful. The internet. It was all pixelated. Sometimes it was okay, and other times it was terrible. It's far better here. When I was doing my streaming around San Juan, that was a lot sharper. I suppose you're sort of beholden to the internet. That's what you think about your live streaming. You see here, at the moment, it's saying, I'm looking over here, it's saying that my connection is pretty good. Excellent connection, it says. And that we're not on the landline here. This is actually 4G. So we don't have a landline connection because we got rid of it because it was really bad. If they go over to fibre, which they're putting cables in at the moment, well, then we might go over to that, because then I don't get capped internet, and it'll hopefully be faster. But usually the download's very good on this connection. The upload isn't so brilliant. No. So we've got 45 people here. Is people gone to bed? Oh, wake up. Come back. Where you gone? Oh, okay. All right, so Simon says, one thing, though, in France is that the property seems a really good price. Well, it's kind of good to be true. I think there'll be a catch. Crazy neighbours, noisy something, or bad internet. The bad internet thing is something you can sort out, because we did. We had no internet here by mobile whatsoever. None on the mobile phone whatsoever. So what we did is, I did my research, and I come up with... I've done a blog about this, actually, as well. If you do like line of sight, if you do a search for like line of sight internet, you might get my blog come up. So it's 3 years old now, because I was one of the early people doing it. So I've had this system in for about 3 years now, maybe 4 actually. Come to think about it. And basically, what we've got 2 aerials on the roof, and they're pointing towards the cell tower, which is several kilometres away, and that then goes to a 4G router. Shit, I just remember it's made by Wari. who's been helping Russia. Anyway, yeah, so we've got to the router, which is 4G, put your SIM card in it, and we've got a network's called free.fr. It's free as in it's not free, but it means free as no contract. So and that's been working pretty well for us ever since. So that's what we use. So yeah, we have broadcast. So we're streaming currently on 4G, and we get anything up to about 80 megabits per second download. Upload usually is between 10 and 50, but that can vary. It seems to be capped. Well, they're going to buy grain from Brazil again. But part of the problem here is not just the grain, it's the fact they need fertilisers, and Ukraine is a major exporter of fertilisers. I don't know if they're exporting Brazil, but it's just, that might be different. But and even so, they plan ahead. So if we're not on that bandwagon yet to import our grain stock from from Brazil, we're not going to have it anyway, are we? Because they'll already be allocated elsewhere. Davey Juriga said, no food, oh no! Yes, it could be the case. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but there's definitely going to be restrictions, there's going to be problems. Anyone interested in some analysis of what goes on in Russia? Vex's, I've been on Vlad Vex's channel, it's actually very good. There's another guy as well, if you're interested, is oh god, Adam something it's called, literally Adam something, and he does quite good videos about what's going on in Russia as well, and very analytical, very detailed. So he's very good. There's quite a few good channels out there actually. Needless to say, they do a lot better than my channel. But it's a different thing anyway. So yes, to it, Moscow and Kiev is expressed cautiously positive ongoing peace negotiations on Sunday. I'm sorry, there's not going to be any ongoing peace negotiation. It's just blah 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 blah. Yeah, just doing lip service, go through the motions. They're supposed to negotiate, corridors, humane corridors to let these people out, and then they shoot them anyway. Ugh. Sickening, it is sickening. These people are evil. They expect concrete results in the coming days, according to Russian and Ukrainian members of the delegations. I hope you're right, Esther. I really do, because people are getting killed for no reason whatsoever. They're just civilians. This is that's war crimes, isn't it? Plain and simple. Oh, I had no idea for Putin. If I got hold of him, I shouldn't say this really, should I? I wouldn't want to. I want him to suffer. I'm not gonna say how, but I want him to suffer, like all those poor people have been suffering. Oh, I just got a warm fuzzy feeling inside. Oh, better not say that though. Oh. Right, okay. Portugal is far away from places that I like to drive with my motorbike, like Switzerland. Yeah, you're in Germany, aren't you, buddy? I need to get my motorbike back on the road. It's sort of sure and ready to go, apart from need a battery. I need a service. I've got GSX 1400. It's a bit of a beast. I had it a little while now. I've been to Italy a couple of times on it, and down the passes between Italy and Switzerland. I don't like that little badge thing you have to put on though. No, costs you like 50 quid or 80 quid or something like that. 80 euros. I know it lasts about a year, but if you go for a week, it's a bit, just never cost, isn't it? You won't catch me, no, on my GSX 1400, no. But I must admit, the roads are fantastic. One minute you're kind of in the sun, next minute you're on snow though. That's the only thing. Putin gets executed. I think there's a possibility that he's going to be. Well, people come. I've got 68 current viewers here now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I think he's not thinking. There's some people are putting out wanteds out there. Yeah, for Putin for £1 million. Yeah, I wish. The only problem is, the people who can get close to me are the ones who already got money. That's part of the problem, isn't it? So they might not want to. £1 million quid's nothing to them. Besides, if you get to him, well, quite frankly, you might get shot yourself. So what you could do with £1 million? Not a lot. Pay for your funeral, maybe. Art treasure. There's hills everywhere here, despite the legend. But are you in Holland? Despite the but a property with low renovation is more expensive, but not impossible. Try the villages in the south. You're in Portugal, aren't you? No, I tell you what, Norfolk, where I'm from, is flat, generally. Until you get on the push bike, you find every bloody hill. That's what happens. There's plenty of hills around Norwich, I'll tell you. Ketts Hill, Gas Hill, oh crikey. Eastern Crescent, all steep. Do a bike up, although I biked up Ketts Hill several times. Lost in France, deep in France country. There is some amazing cheap big houses, but often the catch is, you need big renovation. See, the French don't generally renovate property. They tend to like property already done, and they seem to like these little highly insulated properties, which makes a lot of sense because obviously they're economical to live in, whereas this place isn't. I've been given the look.
2 hours.
I haven't finished my coffee yet. I'll finish my coffee, then I'll call it a day. Oh, got a dog. Hello, dog.
Go on, say hello, Daddy, then.
Come, Beth. You got Sebastian? He's walking past there. Oh, you've got my Sebastian bear. Come on. Oh, you can. Oh, God, yeah. There he is. This is my Sebastian. He is a lovely fella. He's a bit of a nervous wreck. He is, aren't you? Barks at everything though, don't you? For no reason whatsoever. I know. You are a lovely fella, though, aren't you? Huh? You're a softie. What? What's up? What? You wonder what's going on? Oh, okay. He is a softie. So yeah, if you're buying property in France, definitely. Am I planning to get citizenship? Yes, but I need to get my language sorted out. I really feel guilty about it, really, but I really struggle with it. What are you doing? You can't go on there. No, that's my computer on there. You can't go on there. No, I really struggle with the languages. I find it really difficult. And even though I have 2 lessons every single blinking week, I do a bit of Duolingo type stuff as well, which is a bit pointless, but I do it anyway. But I really struggle with the pronunciation. And also, I'm permanently tired. I'm always tired because I work really late at night doing these videos and stuff like that as well, and the research and learning and stuff. And it's kind of like I'm just always tired. So I really get to learning, trying to learn the language. I find it really difficult. Do you want to get down, or are you okay? You're right. All right, okay. What? Oh, God's sake! What? Oh God, this dog. Yeah, I know. I love you too. I love you too. What? Know where you're going? You're trying to get comfy. Is that what you're trying to do? No? Anyone want a dog? Come in cheap. Huh? I'm cheap. No? You're not for sale anyway, are you, boy? You need to sleep in your eyes. Yeah, so, oh, crikey, anyway. So, yeah, I'm not just yet. I need to get a language. I could put me trying to get a language. I've been here long enough. That's not the issue. Caroline can do it. Her language is not great either, but she struggles with it because her hearing's bad. That's it. I'll have to put you down. You get a little bit Moorish. But yeah, that is a goal. But I need to learn a lot more. Anyway, Esther, it says, just got news alert that Ukraine and Russia are near a deal. What sort? I hope so. You're never going to trust. What sort of deal is that going to be, though? Does it mean that they're going to get out? Are they going to leave? I hope so. Is it costing Russia too much? And they're looking for a way out? Let's go back down here. Gone too far back. Here we go. So, oh, you want a dog? Mo Green wants a dog. Get a dog then. There's plenty of dogs. I'll tell you, there's quite a few dogs actually. Our friend Kerry Reham's got Romanian dogs and what have you, and but there's also a lot of dogs in Ukraine that now need a home. So it's quite sad. Oh, English Viking. Hello, English Viking. Sorry, I haven't been at the computer. Oh, okay. You haven't been at the computer. You are now. or you're on your phone. Bernarden. I'm from Norwich. I'm from Norwich, born in London, with Italian parents. Sorry, I miss you walking around about Norwich. I live in the centre. Oh, whereabouts in the centre do you live? I was in London at the time, and now I've caught up. Now, do I have a PayPal? Yeah, I've got a PayPal account. Yeah, just, whereabouts in Norwich are you, buddy? English Flying says, a cute red-haired Welsh girl fell asleep on my chest. Best corgi ever. Ooh. Esther, I think the deal will be recognising new independent regions and troops removed, but don't expect it to last. Given the reason, no, not at all. Oh, it's not really a deal, is it? Really, it's just they're still stealing, aren't they? They're stealing the country. Number 3. Nick Schmidt say. Hi all, just joined. Did I miss anything? You missed most of it, mate. Hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, just been talking about foodstuffs in the UK because it's going to suffer a little bit more. Not just because of Brexit, but mainly because of Ukraine. And Ukraine exports a lot of foodstuffs such as grains. We already know this already. But also, there's been developments yesterday, Nico, because the Ukrainian government has said that they've basically banned the export of fertilisers. So no more fertilisers from
Smaller
Ukraine.
in number, are we?
Oh, what's happened?
But larger in mind.
Oh, well, cheers, Nick. Cheers, Nico. Oh, you're most kind. Thank you. Oh, that's cool. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, it's just, there's been a lot more developments regarding that, in the sense that no fertilisers are going to be exported, and the UK imports lots of fertilisers from Ukraine, as well as other chemicals and other stuff for farming. So that's going to cause problems, because the UK was importing a load of foodstuffs, and even if we decided in the UK to increase our output, it's going to require intensive farming, and intensive farming requires more fertilisers, for instance. Number 3 was saying about vertical farming. That's another option, but also there's hydroponics and stuff like that, which requires more energy. But there are other things, but this all takes time to make these changes to plan for. Oh, another one. Oh, cheers, buddy. Hope you're well. From Peter Stewart, watch the food documentaries today by Julia Loth on Frontline PBS. Seems to be very knowledgeable on Putin and the system. Let's check that out then. That's pretty cool. I'm amazing, says Nico. Yes. Did you hear, Nico? I had a fan on the aeroplane. She knew me. I couldn't believe it. I put a bag up and she said, thank you.
Smaller in number, but larger in
Thank you, AllShorts. Oh, got that one. Oh, it's Peter. That was delayed, wasn't it? Oh, it was all fun. So, it's all kind of gone a bit crazy in the UK. UK's going to suffer quite bad, because also the United Kingdom, they're no longer got a seat at the table with the EU. The EU is going to be, they're going to obviously hold on to stuff that they need for their own farmers. It's because they find it harder to get imports from, of these, fertilisers, chemicals and other stuff. And obviously the problem, I don't know if you already noticed, but there's already shortages appearing in the UK, but also here in France for grain products. Oh, you heard everybody. Yeah, it's not great. It's not, because farming. Farming's not something you just turn the switch and everything sort of happens, is it? It's something you have to plan for, and stuff takes time to grow, so you have to look ahead. Jorgs, I can't say that word like that. Jorgs, all right. Why does the UK need fertiliser when most of it they grow just rots in the fields? That's a valid point. That's like an oxymoron, that. But yeah, it's a bit of a problem, isn't it? So yeah, and also, but don't worry, we have also got all the poop. There's plenty of poop, and we fill the CSOs that pump and poop and pink toilet paper. So we still got to rot it down, don't we? Yeah, you don't just put raw sewage on your fields, not generally. Or they put quite young cow sewage on the fields here in France. Basically to clear the sheds out. This time of year they start doing muck spreading. When they cleared the old sheds out, go to the muck spread, start spreading all over the fields, and they're allowed to do a certain amount every year, I believe. There's rules basically. Otherwise you get water runoff and stuff, and you contaminate the watercourse with lots of cow poo. Peter Stewart says, I just watched quite a few. Putin started his robbery as a deputy major in St. Petersburg. Pemmy Bird says, the fastest way to increase food supply is to grow a garden. Yes, do it at home. Definitely. The thing is, what worries me is some people, they start doing their gardening because they've got to learn. Their first year is not always very good. And also the land needs a bit of tendering, and you learn. Our first year here, we start planting here, wasn't brilliant. Now obviously we're a lot more productive, but it takes time to gain the knowledge, but also the skills, and the land needs work. Digging potatoes and stuff like that, all that stuff helps turn the soil over. Or you can do no dig planting, growing like hay, straw bales and stuff like that. You can grow potatoes in straw bales as long as you can keep it moist. So lots of mulch. Mulch being, like, for instance, shreddings and stuff like that, or stuff to keep the moisture in. It looks like Serbia's EU accession process has been jeopardised by its close links with Russia. Oh, really? The Western Balkan candidates, it looks like Montenegro will be the first to join. Oh, that's interesting. Hello, Mello. Didn't see you there, buddy. They say it might take 3 months to take them to court in Russia, and they say that they're working on it. Are you talking about Putin going to court in Russia? Who's going to court in Russia? I'm confused now. Won't be Putin, will it? Should be. You're 400 metres, Renato says. 400 metres from Grapes Hill. I know Grapes Hill very well, in fact. Blimey, crikey. Huh. I was actually, that's where I was staying when I went back to, I was just off the Durham Road. So you got that place there where you bash things up in there, on the corner there now. It used to be offices at one time, but downstairs there's, I think they're house clearances and stuff, and you can go in there, you can smash up fridges and stuff with a hammer, or something like that. So that's what my son was telling me about. But anyway, I was staying just around there, so it wasn't that far. 94, 67, woohoo. Greyhound opening. I'm now confused. Peter says, Diggers admit, welcome, you missed a bit, but watch the start later. That's a good idea. I think the deal will be recognising new independent regions and troops removed, but don't expect it to last any given... no. Scroll down. English Viking, there we go. Nigel Farage could fulfil fertiliser deficit with all the bullshit he spouts. Yes, and I've been getting quite a few Nigel Farage adverts pop up on my videos, I've noticed. I can't do anything about it, no. Sorry. I have no control over that. But he still keeps popping up. Because latest thing is about trying to get rid of, the green agenda, to be carbon neutral by 2050. He wants a referendum against it, so everyone gets a say, you see. It's called democracy. I wonder what Russians get to fund that. So, dear me. Taking Putin to court in Russia? Good luck with that. Yeah, too right. Ain't gonna happen, is it? I was wishful thinking. In Russia, Putin does not go to court. Courts come to Putin, yes. Very good. The world economy is going to be knackered for years, I know. Colin Barrett, how do you, Maddie? Yeah, it is just going to be, it's ruined, isn't it? Look what's happening in the UK. It's cost this Brexit lark. It's costing the United Kingdom massive amounts of money. Absolutely huge amounts of money. Now they try to make out now, don't they? That's not about the money. It's about sovereignty. Oh, wonderful. I'd rather have an economy that kind of functions, because it's not functioning at the moment. This blooming Brexit is costing the UK six or 700. There's a lot of money anyway, about 600 or 700 million a week in lost trade. How long can you sustain that for? Oh, borrow some more. That's what we do. We just print money. Yeah, well, it's imaginary money. Putin will get a 9mm vaccination. Let's hope. I can't keep a house plant alive, but outside plants do just fine. Do you know what? We're kind of the same. Although we have got money plant, it doesn't produce any body mind. It did have from a cutting, and that's doing quite well in the house. But apart from that, we forget to water them. We've got the ones outside, obviously in the greenhouses and the garden and the veggie plots and stuff like that, because you kind of do it. Yeah, we keep on top a little bit each day, and it sort of keeps it on track. Yeah, and only just started, obviously, because the season's only really just started. English Vulcan says Farage could be carbon neutral by the time he gets to 2050 and 6 foot under. Oh, let's hope. Maybe before then, with a bit of luck. The evil Smurfs were black, weren't that? What? What's that? Okay. I've seen some amazing balcony gardens. Yeah, some of these like rooftop gardens and stuff like that as well. Balcony gardens are fantastic. You know, it's really ingenuitive. It's very clever stuff. You know, look, what's his name now? Someone was saying earlier, number 3 was saying about the vertical gardens, what have you. There's quite ingenious little systems that have been placed with. You've got your water reservoir at the bottom, like a bit of plastic PVC pipe going up, and you've got that filled with soil with these little pockets. You've got little holes, basically, you can plant your lettuces and stuff. And the water just trickles from the top, just constantly just draining its way through. A little, like a little pond pump, or like a little circulation pump, constantly dripping the water through. From the bottom to top, and you just leave it alone. You've got this thing sowed in there, and until the time when you want to harvest your leaves, your lettuce leaves and stuff, you haven't got to do anything. You've obviously got to put feed in the water, because obviously you're washing all the soil from the roots. So it's quite an interesting technique, though. It works, though. You know, you can make one yourself, a bit of old PVC pipe. I know it's plastic. You don't have to use PVC. Use something else if you want. But it's not single-use plastics. That's good. In France, they're banning single-use plastics here up to over up to 1.5 kilos. Anything over 1.5 kilos, or up to 1.5 kilos. Can't remember though. There's not going to be not going to have up to 1.5 kilos. You're not going to be able to use any single-use plastics. So they're going to be getting rid of a lot of plastics, which would be fantastic. Nigel was in the USA with all the Republicans talking loads of crap. Yes, man, they're all of the same ilk, aren't they? They're just lunatics. But at least the water is very, very...
And tremendously wet.
Apparently so. That sounds really buzzy now for some reason. Putin is worried about his successor. Now, will the successor steal his money or put him in jail? Good point. At the moment, is it likely to be a successor and so they actually force him out? You know, it'll be fun. It's more of a dictatorship than a democracy. Heavy diesel, people poop, fertilizer, rooftop gardens, houses. Oh, rooftop gardens, subterranean houses, and Teletubbies. Or the Teletubbies were really on. Well, they were. But beautiful green rolling hills, didn't they? And Nunu the Hoover. Oh, apparently Putin was born in Georgia. He invaded Georgia. Was it 2008? Was it 2008 he invaded Georgia? It was 2014. It was when he annexed Crimea. Conservator, hello. By the way, I'm catering to all the masses that will watch this tomorrow morning instead of working. Very good. The thing with dictators is that they don't tend to have an exit plan. No. Get shot with a bit of luck in this case, I hope. I know, I shouldn't really condone that, but evil begets evil is what he's saying. That. But I want a hobbit house. I built a hobbit house once, actually. I say a hobbit house. We built a little shelter in the garden. Literally dug a big hole in the ground. and then covered it in like linings and what have you, and created like a little internal space, and then covered it in soil and in grass and what have you. That was quite cool. But eventually, it all rotted out and collapsed. I was cutting the grass once, and we fell in the hole. So yeah, driving the top of it with the Ferris. Yeah, it was a zero-turn lawnmower thingy. Yeah, right on. The thing with dictators is that they don't tend to have an exit plan. No, another thing in common with the hero, Stalin. Yes. So Esther, you need to build yourself a hobbit house. Just do it. A nice big round door on the front as well. According to Boris, we should all move to Peppa Pig World. Wow. Oh, that's another story. Oh, what's been going on with Peppa Pig in Russia? They've changed the rules. They're allowed it, made it legal now to basically plagiarise Peppa Pig, or something like that. It was a bit odd news, so I thought I didn't go into too much detail, but I think that's pretty much what's happened. So Vladimir Rostovich, Putin, 7th October 1952. He's 69 years of age. Oh, I thought he was 70. I've obviously got that one on Leningrad. That's on Wikipedia. Chess conservator. Oh, he's still got a few more years in him probably, isn't he? He's quite a healthy geezer, isn't he? He's not like Alexander Boris of Ethel Johnson, is he? He's quite lean, Putin, ready for his age. Unfortunately. Only UK Irish citizens have free movement between Ireland and the UK. You have to wonder about Patel, Home Office and Security Services claims. Crap waffle, yes. She is, well, she's evil, isn't she? So, I think I'm going to have to go because the missus came in and gave me my orders a minute ago. And I feel like I want to cough very badly. I'm getting all bunged up as well because there's blooming COVID luck. Yes, I got COVID in the UK. Went there for 1 day. Well, for 1 week, sorry. Well, 5 days actually, and I got COVID on the last day. And although I did do a test in the morning before I left on the train, but I was clear, but I don't think I am now. Because my son said he's got COVID and I've got the same symptoms. So, yeah. So I'll do a test tomorrow when I get older one. Send the missus up there, get me a test. Spurges says it looks like Serbia's EU ascension process has been jeopardised, but I've read that already. Anyway, I'm going to call it because I really feel like I need a cough that I couldn't. Oh, yeah. So that, sorry, that conservative didn't see that, buddy. Leningrad, born in Leningrad. That'd be Putin, obviously. UK, EU, Irish citizens have been free movement between. Yeah, done it already. Oh, number 3. I'm off to explore elsewhere. You good night, buddy, and thanks a lot. Nice to have you here. Point taken. Enjoy. Survivor exit plan. Good night, number 3. That's what we say. Get some rest and take care. AllShorts. Yes, I'm going to have to do that because I am absolutely shattered and I feel really rough. I'm starting to get all bunged up now. So I'll probably send a horse here by the minute. Okay, Joel Merrill says Putin is a sexual fantasy of Trump. Oh, saucy. Oh, apparently, and he talks about him. Yeah, it's a serious man crush, isn't it? Yeah, Corky, you aren't wrong. He seems to have a real thing about Putin, doesn't he, old Trump? A lot of admiration for Putin. He's saying that his move on Ukraine was genius. It was a genius move, he said in an interview. Oh my God, really? People are dying, you know. You know better, though, twit, Mr. Trump. But then again, he ain't too bright.
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Thank you for that, Trump. Thank you. Yeah, cheers, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to go. Because I really need to go and get a hanky or something. And thanks everybody for joining us here. Really much appreciated. And cheers for the super chats. That's it really helps us keep going and that. It's not what I get out of the views on my channel. No. So yeah. Anyway, thanks again, and it's time to go. But first of all, I think I want a bit of music. I want a bit of music. What should I go for? Oh God, no! I don't want that one. Oh my God. Oh, a bit of baroque. No. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Gypsy Stroll. Oh, it's a bit more positive, isn't it? Oh, there. Anyway, I'm want to get myself go to the Turkish barber and get the hair out my ears. Oh, ow, God, that hurt. Oh, I've got the hairpiece in as well. That's dangerous. Don't do it. Don't do it at home, children. No, okay. So night all, and thanks a lot for, joining us here tonight. So, yeah. Oh, answer that one. No, that's shown. Right, I'm gonna go. So I really must go and cough and blow my nose. Maybe go to the toilet and have a big fart. Go to the toilet and all the usual sort of stuff. So anyway, thanks. Cheers, Conservative. That is a nice tune. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'm gonna have a video going on in the morning. So hope it's okay. Maybe we'll see, won't we? So ta-ta. Oh, okay. Oh, are you still there? Maybe, because I haven't stopped streaming yet, have I? No. Oh dear. Okay, ta-ta. Oh, this you won't be able to reconnect. You press this button. Do you want to press the button? Oh, I'll no longer be live.